on TikTok.
Okay.
There you go.
Look at my nose holes
Oh
blow.
my
Look.
gosh. Alrighty.
Did you get it?
Yeah, it's up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's
So
working.
we're playing around with the microphones right now, everyone. So we're live.
Yay.
Do you want back in, Nick? I'm just getting set up real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead. I'm totally.
That's cool. You're good. All right. Ow.
Get in the back seat and shut up.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yes, man.
You guys look good.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, no kidding.
One more time, we'll go back to Winnipeg.
I'll give you something to cry.
Oh,
Yes.
no. Okay, are we about ready, peoples?
Yeah.
Ashley Poo Poo,
I am ready.
are you sure?
Ish. No. Fine. Yep.
Alright.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll count down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to season 2 with Real Talk with Ashley and Rachel. So this season we
Marnie.
got a trio. So Marnie is going to be our third person. I didn't want to say threesome.
I'm going on the clock.
I was trying so hard to say we're going to be a threesome this season. So today we're going to be talking about relationships, divorce, and sex.
Oh!
Sex and more sex.
Okay. Gotcha.
We're going to be so sexed out.
Getting old. Sorry.
So, how are we doing? How's the new year going? Oh my god, you guys are so quiet today.
I don't know.
Breathe better down.
Not
You
good.
guys are like,
Not great.
It's going
no.
great.
Been in the hospital twice.
Oh wow.
But I'm alive. I'm alive.
That's
And
good.
alive is
I
good.
guess that's what counts.
Oh no. So what happened?
Oh God. I had a medicine reaction with from Ozempic, and it
wow.
was to they're for depression, but they're not FDA approved.
Oh
So
gosh.
nobody's say this is happening to them, they may not even know that it was a med interaction. And they said it literally poisoned me.
So that's pretty nosy, but what kind of reaction did you have?
Oh,
like
Dude, I was just to put it this way, I was throwing up all night for 2 nights.
dang.
And then I can't keep my medication down for
Oh,
pain.
gosh.
So the pain was worse, and then it's something called withdrawal that somebody will go through. Your body, you can't help it, gets addicted to it,
Wow.
And I had it's starting to go into kind of seize, So I'm finally, I'm going to the hospital because I try to fight it as long as I can.
Right, no one wants to go.
And they find out that remember when I was in for 3 days, that at least part of that was because of that with the Manjaro.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Because I was throwing up from that too. It took everything they had. They were using, I can't remember what it's called, but then they go up to Compazine, and thank God for Compazine. I had dry heaves, and I didn't think I was going to make it. I felt so horrible. I had a fever. Yeah, all of it.
My
It was
God, that
awful.
is not a good start to the year.
No.
Dude,
That
I
sounds
felt
awful.
horrible.
Wow.
It was awful,
I didn't
really.
know you went through all that. That's crazy.
Yeah, shoot.
Aw.
You on vacation without us?
I know. Well, somebody tell a bitch next time.
I will. I know, right? I asked Mom and she
I didn't
did.
hear it until Friday night when I'm out with Marty, and she's like, "Did you know Ashley's like,
Aw.
no, she wasn't."
Marty, dude, thank you.
Then she shows me the thing on Facebook. I'm like, I'll be damned, she was in the hospital.
You were busy, honey. I know
But
that.
still,
Well, she was also in a crappy area with no
Yeah,
signal.
that is
I
true,
read
but
that.
That's not an excuse.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I think it is. I think it is. Don't you?
Huh?
Really?
Smoke signal's an option.
I remember that the next time I get ghosted from someone. Oh, I had a bad signal. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
That was the wrong area. We still get that. We'll be driving down the roads in the country, and it'll be breaking up hardcore, and you're like, "Hello." And I'm like, damn it, I was making a doctor's appointment. And I
Oh.
wait in line. They're like, you're 102. And I'm like,
102.
in line. In line. My mom
I
tried to
give up.
call to get me something so I could stop throwing up. Because
Yeah.
I knew as soon as that shot, and it was an hour later, I was sick as a dog. And I said,
Wow.
damn it. I thought it was just the Manjaro that would do that. Nope, I'm fine on Ozempic by itself. I've been on it for 3 years. I was fine. You know that the Manjaro made me sick anyway since
Right.
October. I was like, I just don't feel myself. We went Halloween shopping. Usually
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
be
that
screwing
was
with
not you
everything.
at all. I felt
No.
so terrible.
I thought I
You
could
were
get
like,
through
oh my
it.
God, let's do this. Like, oh my
Right?
God.
Yeah.
I could barely get you to move. Like, what's happening?
I know. I was like, I don't think I can do this. And like when I went home, I was like, that's not me.
No,
It's not.
I felt terrible for her.
I'll drag
Yeah.
my ass. You know.
She did. I had to take her home. I was like, no, this isn't fun for you.
You about to throw me one of those damn drag carts.
Right.
That's what they had, just the carts that you pull behind you. What is it? Halloween USA? No. Halloween, what is it?
I can't
Spirit
remember.
Halloween.
Spirit Halloween.
That's
It's been
it.
so long.
Yeah, I know. It
I mean,
seems
3
forever
months
ago.
has been forever ago.
It seems like it.
It
so.
does seem like. I don't know where.
Yeah.
We got to the end
Like
of
the
the
whole
year.
year was just gone really fast.
Oh
Yeah,
my
way
God.
too fast.
Shoot. I think a lot of people feel like that, I wonder, you know?
Yeah.
January is usually for me like the slowest month. You know, you're
Yeah.
coming up on the
You're in
holidays. There's
between.
nothing. It's
It's not-
crappy
Yeah.
out. And today is what, the 26th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost over.
It is almost over.
Woohoo.
At least we got sunshine at the end of the day,
Yes,
too.
yeah.
It's cold, but at least it's sunny.
We were
And
looking
that's-
at
I
it.
agree.
It's going to be 42
Yeah, makes me
degrees
happier.
on Thursday.
42 is going to be.
I know.
I'll
it's gonna
take it.
feel Huge.
Yeah, it's a heat wave, baby.
That's
Shoot.
funny. So we've all been divorced. We've
Shit.
all been the D word.
I think all 4 of us have.
Yeah. We've all had the big D.
Big
Divorce.
D. With the big D and the big D.
Oh, that's the best decision I ever made.
We have Nick here today
Oh.
as our soundboard guy. I'm so appreciative. Thank you for doing that, by the way.
No, you're good. You're good. So I'll give you all my little divorce story real quick, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna make my way to my bed 'cause I'm so sleepy. So, all right. So I was married in 2003 to a girl who fell in love with. She was smart, cute, funny. You know, little did I know she was smart psycho. Okay.
Nothing. I'm kidding.
She was like completely smart and psycho. Yeah, she was nuts. Well, in the end, she was just drinking a whole lot, and she stole a bunch of money that I had saved to get a car, and went out and blew it on her and her friends' bunch of cocaine.
What?
That was
Yep.
so
Oh
out of
my
character,
God.
though, for her. She
It
was
was,
like
but
that.
she was
Oh.
just doing it. So
Yeah, she
I
was
tried
like
calling
that.
her. She wouldn't answer. Well, I
Wow,
went through
that's
town
crazy.
and I found her and didn't even confront her because I just wanted to know that
Right.
she's still alive.
Yeah.
So I went home and she finally called and I asked her. I said, I don't know what you're doing, but you can come home and talk about this, you know? And she just didn't want to come home. And so I asked her, did you cheat? And she goes, I don't know. I said, how the
Oh my
fuck
God.
do you not know?
Wow.
Yeah,
So, you
really.
know,
I hope you
And
know.
so I finally said, you know, this is it. I'm leaving you. You can keep everything. I don't
Damn.
want any
Wow.
of it. I'm
What a
gonna take
husband.
a duffel
Yeah,
bag of my
yeah.
clothes and I'm out of here.
I
Don't
kinda
call
see
me
that too.
until the divorce is ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or have your
She
lawyer call me.
called me literally every other day at my work
Yeah.
until the divorce, begged me back.
Aw.
Oh yeah, I finally told her, I was like, look, I'd rather sit on a hot coal in hell straight up my ass
Oh!
while it's on
that's
fire
funny,
than
but-
come back and be with you. And you want to
Good
hear the
for you,
kicker of
though.
all of it? She got pregnant.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
not
when
his.
everything.
And no, online.
Everything
But
kinda
she had
dwindled.
called and said, all right,
Guess what,
so
we're
I'm
baby.
pregnant. I'm like,
Is
well,
that it?
I said, do you happen to know whose it is? I says, I'll tell you whose it isn't.
There's
Mine.
5 options.
So clearly she cheated.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And then she
you're
was
not
like trying to say,
gonna
well, you
believe
should
it.
probably have to take a DNA test. I said, so this is probably the craziest thing I ever said to her. I said, all right, so answer this question. I said, do you know about when you discovered you were pregnant?
Yeah.
And she told me. I said, okay, so if you do the math, how the hell did my dick go 52 miles down the road to
52
Buffalo
miles. Aw.
and then come all the way back
That's
home?
a gift.
I have a new app idea.
That's the funniest thing I've ever
I
heard.
did. I said, so you take your DNA test to where it needs to go, to whoever
my
you
God.
fucked,
That's
and
crazy.
apply it there. She left me for a guy I knew at my work who was a meth addict.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
much
he used to
better
beat the
for
living shit out of her.
not-
They had 2 kids together. He almost killed her by drowning her in the
yeah.
toilet. She
Drowning
screamed with
her
the
in
son
the
of a
Oh, what a
bitch.
way to go.
Wait, what?
All I ever did.
That's not funny.
Oh,
Back,
yeah.
okay, back
And
this
all-
story up.
And no, I'm not making this up. This is fucking for real.
I didn't even know
This is for
part.
real. Are you ready for this one? And all I ever told her while we were married is she could do whatever she wanted. If she wanted to work, she could. If she didn't, she could
Yeah.
do like a
You made it
hobby or
easy.
whatever.
He did.
Right.
I didn't care
He did a good
because,
Oh
job.
my god.
and
She
that
wanted
is how she
me.
thanked me. She did.
Yeah.
Years down the road, I finally
Classic
got
narcissist.
Yeah.
big time.
Classic.
And her
Yeah.
and her stepfather
Really?
warned me of that.
Oh wow.
She
really?
caused problems in the family.
About a year before that, I was
Jesus.
just like, yeah. So years down the road, this is probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I saw her at the Meijer. And I told her, I said, I don't know what I did to you to have you do what you did to me, but I'm sorry. She looked
Why are
right
you
at
sorry?
me. No, just hear me out.
Fuck that.
Hear me
no
out.
kidding.
Hear me
Okay,
out. Look,
okay.
I have my ways of getting things out of people. She looked right at me. She goes, no, you have nothing to be sorry about. She goes, I was fucked up.
Right.
And that's why I asked her, is the grass
Took her a
greener
long
on the other
time.
side?
No,
Was
it
it?
is not.
She goes, there was no grass. I said, I didn't think so.
I
I think
I
your
said,
I said, but you
children
gave me
taken
closure.
away.
Huh?
I think
Finally.
your kids are taken away.
Oh,
said
really?
so.
Really?
And that was
Things
it.
got really
That's not what you
bad.
wanted, was the
That's-
closure.
I really didn't even want that. The closure was leaving.
At least she,
It's
I
the
mean, at least
peace.
she did say she was
It's-
sorry.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like,
for
that's
her
the
it
first-
could.
that's
It was.
one of the first steps.
It was.
Relationship.
You know,
She
and
did fuck up.
but she- yeah.
She cleaned herself up.
she left me, you know, and her parents even said it. I don't understand why. Oh well, I tell you what. Now I think they still don't understand because
Yeah, I
for
don't
someone
either.
who would have gave her the world, for someone who was like this close to taking her out of the world.
Is there gonna be like me today, and then tomorrow I start doing meth, this, that, and that, and I've
Mhm.
never touched it. Like
I've never.
that's how it
I've
went.
never even
Yeah,
wanted to.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was, yeah.
that
Never
shit
tried
will mess
cocaine
you
or
up.
any heroin, nothing.
She
Yeah,
just
I
went
saw
full
it.
bore
you
into
know,
the meth,
close.
man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never even been tempted.
Yeah,
I
me
mean, it looked
either.
appealing.
I did
You
it
can
one,
have-
and I did it one time, and that was the last time.
you can.
I like
hallucinate,
sleep way too
like,
much.
Oh my god, my sister was telling me about
I
it,
like
and
to
I'm
sleep,
like,
so that shit's junk.
she's 5 years sober. I'm so
Who
proud
is?
of her.
My
Katie,
sister.
Is she
going on
really?
6
That's
actually
awesome.
next
Yeah.
month.
But yeah, so that's my divorce story. After that, I've decided that I'd never get married again unless somebody really
Oh,
That'd be
special
amazing.
so
Yeah.
happened to come into my life
Well,
that like
sure,
the beam of God goes. Oh,
I like that.
That's how I know.
Oh,
Until then, I am good.
You're good being
That's
you.
right.
I'm good.
Doing
What
you.
is that?
Oh yeah. And then the 2 relationships after that, same exact thing happened except without the drugs.
But alcohol.
Well, not even so much that. I think it was just
The crazy one. I mean.
bad decisions on their part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I did the same thing. You can do what you like to do. I'm gonna work. You know, we can coexist. Everything will be great. But apparently, you know,
Right.
some women just like to bang their coworkers.
Yeah, it happens,
I
man.
never had that at all.
Like, let me know how that
Living.
turns
Katie's boss
out.
I've
does
never
that.
been looking at all.
Oops, it was
So-
sorry.
Oh,
But
funny.
yeah, but
Yeah.
when I was with Alicia in Nashville, that was probably one of the best relationships I was ever in.
Aw,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cool.
That was
You
great.
guys
We
are
just-
still friends.
Oh yeah, it just
Yeah.
didn't work out, you know.
Yeah.
But we're still
That's
talking.
so,
So.
so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Other than that, I've been
Life is
6 years
funny.
single, and I'm okay with that.
yeah. Life is seriously funny.
Oh, yeah. You learn who you are. You learn to love yourself, and you gotta do that before you can
definitely
even
do.
proceed.
You have to have self-love before you can love anyone.
You do.
Yeah.
And I was one of those people that
That's
used
what
to say,
RuPaul
"Well, I
says.
love me.
Well, yeah.
I know who I am."
Right.
No, I didn't.
No.
Can't love yourself, baby.
You have to make yourself happy
You
before you
know.
can make anyone else
You
That
have
happy.
to
right
be
there.
a better. You have to be
Yeah.
able to love yourself and care for yourself and be a better person in
Yeah.
order for you
Yeah.
to.
Yes.
For someone
For
else
somebody
to
else.
love
Oh,
you,
yeah.
too.
Right.
Not only
Yeah, I think that's how he says it.
it
yeah.
is. Not only
You
did I
have to be
learn
open
that,
to it.
but I
Yeah.
also learned who I am, what I want, and what I'm not willing to tolerate.
Me too. Oh my god.
Also, you set the
Shit,
bar.
yeah.
You set the bar higher.
I did.
My
I
bar
sure
is
did.
so high now. It's
I
like
agree.
crazy.
Exactly.
I set the
You
bar
got
higher
to,
because I was
man.
tired of being able to walk over the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'm gonna walk and I
All
don't
over
see
that
the
fucker.
bar, I'm gonna get
Ignore
square
it. I can
face with it
picture
and
your
fall
brother
over.
going
So yeah, that's my story.
Oh, that's a good one. Thank you.
I
And
just see
thank
me
you.
with a step stool.
Right.
Getting over that bar.
Thank
The
you.
ladder.
Oh, thank you. Okay, well, thank you for.
No,
stopping
you're
by.
good. I mean,
Grab
I
some
would
pizza on the
stay
way
here,
out.
but I just haven't really slept well
No,
on
that's
days,
fine.
and I just need to
I can
rest.
take it from here.
You should be okay. If
Yeah.
it pops
Where are you
out.
going?
I'm gonna go home and take a
I'm gonna
nap,
take you
dude.
home
I ain't slept
after.
for 4 hours in 3 days.
I'm getting home.
Me.
Oh, okay. I
We
was
already got
like,
it figured out.
Uber. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we already
You
had
have
it
to
figured
walk.
out.
He's just dumping my ass.
No, I wouldn't do this. Normally
No, I
I'd hang
totally
out
take
and
you
wait,
home
but
if you
I
too
have not
tired.
slept in days.
So, yay. Let me take control.
And it's
Let's
not
go.
drug
Oh, I
induced, I
thought it was
promise.
shit.
It was because of my day.
Remember if you hear
Can you get
anything
out?
on the
I
front.
can go this way.
Oh, okay.
Be
Okay.
good.
Nick,
What's that?
if you hear anything
I'm
on the
trying.
front,
I got you.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wherever I
Back
put my
to the
clothes.
divorce.
It's upstairs.
Thank you.
Your divorce
That's right, I
is
did put it
too.
Yeah, my divorce.
No, that was my divorce upstairs. They were married.
Oh,
My bad.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, my story is freaking weird.
You have an interesting story.
I really do. It's like we did. We separated in 2018, but we still lived together. We paid bills together. Everything was exactly the same stuff, except I worked 60 hours and plus never home. I only stayed in the house because my parents put a lot of money down for our house. I'm like, I am not giving up this house. Even
Hell
though
no.
I basically gave him everything, but in a weird way, I kind of got back. I don't
Yeah.
even know how to explain it.
It worked out.
It did.
It worked out, thank
So
God.
I wasn't freeloading off from Tim, and I didn't want anything from him. We
You
had
bought your own groceries.
Yeah.
I remember that.
we had like
yeah.
no child support between us because I didn't want to screw him. He didn't want to screw me because I would be the one getting screwed in the end. They
Yeah.
were trying to get me to pay. I was like, oh,
That's
shit.
a
So you
joke.
weren't out
Because-
to get him. You just
I
didn't
know,
want to be married
because
to
he
him.
had sole custody. I would be the one paying child
Why
support.
though?
Because he makes more, which doesn't make any sense, does it? I
I've
make less.
never heard them base it on that.
Yeah,
ever.
I was really mad. So he was the sole.
They base it on lots of things, but I
My
didn't think
sister
that
made
was-
more money than Cody ever.
I
Like,
know, it's weird.
that's bullshit.
So
Sorry.
we kind of rekindled in, I don't know, 2023.
What started
Yeah.
that one
Was
day?
it was
or-
in 2023.
Yes.
Let me see. So when my dad died,
Okay.
Tim started taking me out on his motorcycle just to get me outside my head and
Mhm.
kind of like friend dates.
Yeah.
And I liked the motorcycle, and he knew it would work, and it totally did.
It totally
It
did.
totally
You
did.
took him for a good ride.
It's
So-
vibrations.
But
It's vibrations.
he was there for me emotionally during my
Yeah.
dad's death, and I was seeing someone else during that, and
Okay.
of course he could never come home and to be with me. I begged him
yes.
to come home, and he
What you
stayed
good?
in Ohio and worked.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, fine. I see where I rate now. You know?
Yeah, you see that.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not why I went back to Tim, but.
No, I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
Like shit.
So we put it back together. We got remarried April 2024, and
Was it like dating when you got back with him? Kind of like.
it was really,
Oh, no.
it was really weird. It took me a full year to get used to being with him again.
Right. I bet. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's kind of weird.
I still have nights where I come down here and sleep because I kind of miss my bedroom.
I know you're saying
Like, I
that.
miss,
I
like,
get that.
Sleeping
Well, she
alone.
stays up late too.
I
Yeah.
know, and I don't want to keep him awake.
I do that too.
So I miss my
Yeah.
own space down here. This was like my own apartment basically down
You're
here.
lucky.
For like 5 years. You
Now
know?
it's mine since you're back together.
Exactly.
I'll be here once a week.
So
Okay.
it took me a long time to get used to being with someone again.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was a hard adjustment.
It's gotta be because you go from, I think you don't
Especially
stop
for both,
loving
yeah.
somebody, no matter, even if it's not like how it was. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And unless something totally makes you like hate them.
Everybody
but,
keeps
yeah.
asking this question. Were you and Tim having sex the whole time? No.
Nah.
We did not have sex
I
until we
didn't
actually
think
got
so.
back together in 2023 in like November. So
Yeah.
Everybody keeps asking me.
When did you tell
That's so
anybody?
funny.
So
That's
funny.
what they
That's
want
like-
to know.
Yeah.
They want to know if we were sneaking around like during the separation divorce. Like,
Why would you have to sneak?
I didn't even know it was an option. So Tim and I were talking about it after we got back together. I was like, oh my god, I totally could have. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh shit.
What the hell?
I didn't know that was an option. I would have
You
went
mean you
up
could have
to
been
the
getting
lot.
some this whole time
Yeah.
with no strings
I
attached?
know,
I'm
seriously.
gonna
Like,
go
oh,
marry
man.
someone and divorce their ass and live with them.
Yeah.
I don't know what that man does, but he's so good. I'm not gonna say he's really good at oral. I was like, I swear to God, he pulls
My
out.
ex-husband was
He
too. I have
pulls
to
out
give
new
him
tricks
props.
like every time. I don't know what he does at work. I don't know if he's researching, but it's like,
No.
oh my fucking God.
Good for
so
him.
good.
if
So
he
good.
is.
So I could not go to any
No,
other man by
it's
him.
not.
It's just like, I know what I got at home. This is weird.
Hey man, shoot. Whatever you can learn, like, hell. Shoot, I never thought you'd go to the internet, How do I,
I don't know what
do
he
the double,
does. I
triple
don't know
twirls,
where he
you know,
learned.
It's the thing, yeah. What am I doing?
But
Okay.
then the other night he was
Sorry.
talking about his story, how his dad worked for an OBGYN.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
What?
oh, is this where it started?
That's how.
I had to go last week, man,
Did
and
you?
like I hate it. The conversation you have is there, like crank, 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 and I'm like, so what made you want to do this work, and like I'm thinking, God, why would you want to? But I know people, need help, you know what I'm saying? But like what I don't get is people that work like for like
Prostates.
no,
I don't know who wants to sign up for that job either.
what is it? Not gynecology, gastroenterologist.
Yep.
Some of the tests they want to do on me, dude, I'm like,
I had a hard time, so Tim
you don't
just had
want
a
to know.
Kimmy had a colonoscopy 2 weeks ago, and
Yeah, I gotta go.
I was trying to be professional. Like, okay, I'm fine. He just started letting him go. I'm like, he had tear streaming down my face.
I have to have a
I know,
colonoscopy.
the doctor
in
tried to
too.
talk to me.
And we could schedule the same day.
Oh,
That'd be
my
awesome.
God, 2 for
No,
1
yes.
special.
That'd be
Oh, did you
awesome.
see us in the room afterwards? Rachel, you gotta
It's
come.
loud. Oh my God, it's so funny.
You have to record it. I know.
I was going to, but I was afraid if I had mine, he'd record me. So I'm like,
I was having hysterectomy and like they're like you're gonna have to have your legs up like the rest and shit and I'm like what? Thank God my doctor, because I'm on payments anyway, but that's a baseline. Most other doctors, I hate this, you should be fine, you're on methadone. And I'm thinking, he's like, it's your baseline, that's like your normal. And you had surgery, you're gonna need something for that pain, you know? And he's like, so they're gonna at least write something up and add it and keep me calm, because the back stuff I have too, like it's gonna drive me crazy laying there. Yeah.
right.
Like that. You're my TV watching or something. I just want it out. I was like, pluck it out, so that's so hard.
Get out.
Plug it out. I'm done.
I'll get pictures of that operation.
I'm done. 9 years old.
Hysterectomy is the only surgery that I can think of where you don't need to do any type of physical therapy. You have
Yep.
surgery and they tell you to lay low for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Vacuum.
6 weeks.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
the best
I had to stay
6
in the
weeks.
hospital too, man.
They're like, don't go downstairs,
You had it, didn't
don't do dishes, don't
you have
do...
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Was it
2011.
laparoscopic?
No, I don't know how.
Okay.
No.
Are they like, okay, they're not like scar here,
No.
here, and here? Oh, wow. So you must have been opened up.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder why they think. Wow.
I don't know. They tried to, I had all kinds of issues. And they
That
were,
must be why.
And they were like, oh, well, here, let's give you some ideas. Maybe we could do a DNC. Maybe we could do a boiling method.
Did you
let's
hear
do
the
all-
embolism one? That they go up through your groin and go in. They wanted me to do that. I said, no. I've had an ablation for my heart. Like, no. They hurt and you're awake.
Oh.
It's awful.
Yeah, no, they gave me all these things that I could do to kind of
That's
just,
what I'm saying.
help. Well, they went to go do the boiling method, and they're like, yeah, we can't do that procedure. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, wow.
So they're like, well, we're going to do a hysterectomy on you. And I'm like, well, now it's medically necessary. Darn, insurance covered 100%.
I hope mine does, man.
100% of it.
I've tried everything.
She said I had a hole in my uterus, and that's why I couldn't do the boiling method.
Oh wow. That's
So I'm
interesting.
like, well,
I had an IUD, and when I was in the hospital, they did a CT of my stomach because this is where all the pain was. And I think they were thinking maybe, pancreatitis, because my grandpa had it. And, dude, they find out that my IUD is migrated. Dude, when they went to take it out, I wasn't even going to the appointment. They lied to me and told me they talked to the surgeon, and that the surgeon said that everything was fine. It was just a different, some doctors do things differently.
Mm-hmm.
I went there 2 days later, and she says it was already like through my cervix. It's not supposed to be like that.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
nice.
I said, forget it.
Awesome.
I've been on hormones. I've been on
You've
progesterone
been through the
for
ringer.
years. Like, it was actual Depo-Vera. They gave it to
Ooh.
me. I was normal, and they gave it to me. I didn't have, periods for like about 7 years, but it messed my hormones up.
It made me
It made
batshit
me-
crazy.
Me too. I was just gonna say
And
that.
it made me fat.
It made me cry. I
Yeah,
still can
I remember
cry.
crying a lot. I forgot about that.
I thought
So
it was
the
depression.
hysterectomy was like the
Tim
best option.
said I was kind of
Yep.
psycho on it.
The best surgery I ever had. And it's like, yeah, you don't have to worry about having medications or having,
Right.
the,
It is
I
like
don't
every
think
contraction
right?
or
I think
any
mine was like every 3
birth
weeks,
control
but it
pills or
sucked.
anything.
I
to-
know.
It's
I just
awesome.
need to meet a guy, and I'm sure. Any desperate people out there? Don't get
Desperate. No, I was gonna say don't
Oh, yeah, I
use
know,
the
I'm
word
kidding.
desperate.
Just joking.
We
They're
are
not
desperate women.
I saw a
Desperate housewives.
That was a good
bar
show.
for- It was big women. Guys like big women, and they were like waitressing and dancing and all that. I said, that's where I needed to go to meet a guy.
I love that movie with Monique. It's called Fat Girls. You guys ever seen
Oh, I've
that?
seen bits and
Where
pieces
like they
of
don't
that.
want the skinny women, they want the
Yes.
big. I
Yeah,
love that
thick-
movie. It's so
yeah.
funny. like, oh, she must be ill.
You would go hang out at
I
Home
love
Depot
that.
and Lowe's. That's where
Oh,
all the men
yeah.
go. They get
Really?
Handyman.
Well, yeah.
Hell yeah.
They go there to get all their home
You
improvements.
can help fix our
supplies.
house, like the roof.
Okay,
Hey.
let's not get crazy. We don't want to work. We just want to get you guys hooked up.
He can work. I'll just hook him up after or before, or both.
Hook them up with what? Selling tools or ass?
Yeah.
Both?
Both. I'm gonna sell him tools. Shit. Hell no. I'm talking about sex.
Hell yeah.
Hardcore sex.
I know. You better tell us all about it too.
I may be crippled, but
You can
all
still
you
do it.
gotta do is, yeah, you know, it's not like you're running. I mean, like,
You can just lay there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I can
take
still ride a
one.
bike. Haven't fell off the bike yet.
You just lay
It's been a
there.
few years,
That's
but
why it's
yeah.
easy as riding a bike. So
I'm like celibate now. That's what it says on my paperwork.
you're celibate.
Celibate. Yes, I said.
Why would they put that in
I
your
Yeah, why
paperwork?
would they put?
never in my life have gone this long in my life.
But I've never
But
seen
why
it
would-
labeled celibate.
Yeah, why would they?
It says it. It says it. Yeah, at the
They might as well just put
gynecologist.
you're a nun in there.
I know. I might as well be a nun. They kicked me out. I think they kicked me out for my language.
You've been banned from the sex world. Celibate. She's been labeled.
Oh, not again. Not again.
Terrible.
Oh,
I'm gonna look
damn
at
it.
my chart next time I go. I don't know.
Please look. Yes.
Oh my God.
Why
It'll
does
be
it
like.
say that?
They're like, yeah, I should take a picture. I'll take a picture when I go back
Yeah,
in.
I'm totally.
Next
I
time
could go
it's
in
gonna say
the-
sexually deprived.
That's what I'm gonna write. So
Sexually
I'll make a
deprived,
note
right?
sometimes. Sexually deprived.
I saw a movie. I don't know what movie it was.
They're
Where they're
gonna
like,
be
it
neighbors.
says,
Shit.
you know where it says sex? You're supposed to put male or female, and then somebody put yes, please.
I know. I've always wanted to do that.
Yes, please.
I swear they don't read that shit.
They really don't, probably.
I wasn't done till the appointment was over, so it's like you might as well just crunch. I did
Do they
before we
really
went.
read that?
You know,
Oh,
to the
gosh.
good doctors.
You're
Yeah.
next to you're gonna, I'm
I
a
had
big
a
old hoe,
handsome-
doctor.
Oh, but I got a handsome. He's married, but handsome. Of course. What was the doctor? I said, shit for intestines.
It's okay, just describe him.
He's so handsome. He's short, but he's taller than I am.
Okay.
So, but he's got a wedding ring. But I don't know if he's married. He didn't mention nothing. But he's probably married. But he's cutie. It's cute. You don't want that kind of doctor for what is it? It's a G. I said it before.
I get it.
Gastroenterologist.
Bella goes to this dentist in South Bend, and he is so fucking cute. He looks like Christian Grey. And he wears a gray, so I call him Mr. Gray. So
Dr.
every
Gray.
time I go see Dr. Gray with Bella, I make sure I look good.
Hell yeah.
Not that he's
That's
gonna really
funny.
recognize
Still.
you, but and I'm married too. It's like, hi, Mr. Gray. I was trying to say that one time. It's
Maybe
like,
you get some perks.
so I
Yeah.
was thinking about the doctor looking at it. It's like, damn.
I love it. I love
She's
it.
so sweet and so nice. Like,
Aw.
you're making it worse.
Does he have a wedding ring or anything?
I didn't see one, but I
People need to wear signs. Don't you
Huh?
think, like, if you're single or you're married, wear a sign
You
that
would
says
think a
I'm
wedding
married.
ring would be
I don't know if they
sufficient.
wear them though.
Okay, well that's true.
You know, my husband, the ex-husband, sorry, but he wore one. It was like just whatever ring. We found in Florida on the beach. It was gold, real gold.
Oh, he found it.
He found it and he
Oh.
liked it, and I'm like, let me get a new ring because he's getting me one. So like maybe I'll buy this one, you
No,
know.
this one already fits.
Because we were young. I was 17 years old.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
that's
it
really
fit
young.
in perfect, which is
Well, when you're
the weird
17, you're
part.
like, jackpot.
Fucking
You don't have to
yay.
buy a ring.
Yo, we were in Florida, yeah, and found it. Yeah,
Wow.
hell yeah.
So how did you meet your husband?
Actually, I went to school with
Oh,
him,
did you?
and see, I'd heard of him of being like a bad boy. He's always the
Oh,
guy
I was like the
that
bad
has a
boys, too.
truck, and they're working on a truck, and you hear, vroom, vroom, you know. And I used to be like, God, he's so annoying, you know. And I met him at a party, and I'm like, oh, I remember you. And he's like, yeah, I remember you. And Nick's sister, I'm like, of course, you know. And we started hanging out, and it was kind of like to me, it was just like a, you know, like a friends with benefits kind of thing.
Oh, that's
But you
awesome.
can't have that. It don't work somebody
It
always
turns,
gets
it
hurt.
turns into
It
something.
doesn't
I learned that.
Somebody
the hard way,
always
too.
gets hurt.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
always gets hurt. Yeah.
Even if they don't look like it, somebody is.
I
Yeah.
lost a lot of weight when summer.
See?
Oh my
Exercise.
god! I lost
Six is-
so much.
Oh, that's
weight.
what we used to do.
Oh, it was awesome.
5 days a week, few times a day. Oh my god, dude! I'm surprised we don't have like 6 kids. To be honest, like shoot. But I don't know. Maybe, like I said, the Depo-Provera did something to me because I was able to get pregnant, but I miscarried the baby, and they said I just needed a stitch. If I'd been in Cleveland, they're like, you'd have to be holding a baby. Yeah, that was it. And you know, that was hard on us. It was, and see, the thing that broke us really, we were so happy. It was kind of this hillbilly, but not hillbilly, you know, not gross, like. But he was cute, like to go fishing. He'd wear overalls now and then. You know, I thought it was cute. But he joined the military. And then he goes, what do you think? And what are you going to say? What are you going to say? You don't want to hold them back
Right.
or
You're
somebody
proud, you'd be proud of them.
or resent
yeah,
me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't want him to go, you know. I was still pregnant then. And I go, well, I said, if it's a dream of yours, if it's something you
Right.
really want to do, because he was working on tanks and stuff, you know.
Okay.
Then you'll support him and
Oh, it was hell.
I
It
remember when
ruined
Tim
our
wanted to
marriage.
re-enlist, yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, things.
Because I think that's when Tim
happened.
actually wanted out, and I think we both knew we wanted out at that point. When
He
wanted,
did too at one
when
point.
he wanted to re-enlist in the military, he started working out. God, it looks really good though. Fuck.
I could have got him out.
And
you
then
know?
he kind of aged out, and the guys that were coming back from overseas were taking the jobs that
Yeah.
he was applying for. So
Damn
they
it,
gave the
yeah.
jobs to the guys coming home, which makes sense. To
Yeah,
me.
I get it. Whoops,
So
sorry.
he got like depressed, and I think that was our way out from each other. Like he was putting everything in my name and making sure the kids and I were like.
Oh,
if
wow.
He was. I think he was planning on dying, sort of.
In case
Oh,
Like
he did,
kind of
yeah.
like like a. Not really
Maybe he was
suicide,
worried.
but
So, hey, but Joe, I thought he'd be away from action. Shit, I'm talking to him on the phone because they have a little call center and even internet.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember this when I was 17, so it wasn't like Facebook. I don't think even existed yet. It was 2023 we got married, and so at least if we could been able to talk face to face on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just letter wrote, you know, we'd write letters to each other. I had a thing of them like this by the time we were done.
Right.
And send pictures and stuff and email. You know, we did what we could. We saw each other, we could. But there were times he could have took me. Everybody else took their little girlfriends or peace on the side or wives. And I'm thinking, I didn't have enough, you know, balls, you know, to say, why don't you take me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For yourself.
But he took me to Germany though, and that, you know, that's where everything just went wrong. We never fought. I'm serious, not once before that. And yeah, I was in the hospital most of the time. Once I was out, we were good. When I got really sick, he saw his grandmother dying in the hospital, like gasping for air, and they're trying to put a trach, and it scarred him.
Right.
Because before, he actually bought a book on my disease, wanted to learn like about it, what not to do. You know what I mean? Like, people get afraid to even hug me. You know what I'm saying? But it's my legs that just don't be like, yeah. You know, people go like that and smack your leg.
Oh, okay.
They're ultra sensitive because of the nerve dystrophy. But long story short, I don't know if that's what started getting to him or what. But when he went out on our anniversary and I'm in the hospital with other friends and chicks to go celebrate our anniversary, and his best friend comes and sits with me. God bless him. You know, I think his name was Dax. Yeah, Dax was great. He came and saw me every day, you know. But yeah, that last day I was there, like, we're in the car and he was supposed to take me to get sedated a little bit for the ride so my body would loosen up and I wouldn't end up in the hospital yet again in pain.
Right.
And long story short, he drove right past. He wanted to punish me.
Seriously?
He did, and I'm like, come on, please, that's not funny.
Why would he want to punish you?
He just wanted to punish. He
Wow.
stole some of my meds. Then he gave them back
Oh
to
my
me.
God.
But like I said, I had a patch in my pocket, fentanyl patches I was on in between. And I'm like, why would you have all these? I'm like, there were days I didn't have anything. I didn't need 20 of them for a ride home, did I? No. That could have got me through days. I finally found someone who'd write the scripts, so I could have stayed. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, this is ridiculous. It's like, I want a divorce. I didn't mean it, and I shouldn't use the D word. And I regret it, you know what I'm saying? But maybe it had to happen, I don't know. But the military changed him a lot. I think he saw things he didn't want to talk about. He was like crying. He never cries. Yeah.
So I don't.
That's
That'd be one way to get kicked out of the military.
He was just sobbing one night, like in my arms. We were at his friend's house and we had the extra bedroom out of nowhere. And I'm like, he's like, you don't know what I've saw. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, you want to tell me?
For you, like shit.
It's not.
Exactly.
Especially when you're at home. I always think of the wife is on the front lines at home.
And I try not to be
it's
grumpy
hard.
when I didn't feel good.
I kind of got,
I
I didn't get the experience of being a military wife, but I sort of did in a weird way, It's hard. There's no one.
Exactly.
It's all you.
That
You're
relates.
the one dealing with the banks. You're the one dealing with home repairs. You're the one taking care of the kids. You're doing every single thing.
And you're also worried about your spouse who's
exactly.
You don't know where
scared.
they're at.
I have
you
you
don't
terrified.
know what's going on.
If I didn't hear from him, a couple days, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell?
And you wait days sometimes.
Yeah.
Probably just for that blink message,
Yep.
Like,
Just
oh my god,
anything.
they're okay. You're thinking in the worst in your head, like, holy shit.
Once he got his phones, is better,
Yeah.
But before that, I had to wait for a landline from him,
Like after my second year with him, I think I was a little bit stronger. Like, I'm not gonna freak out. Okay,
Right.
no news is good news. So
Yeah, I got better after second Iraq
but
trip.
I would have heard. I guess supposedly if they had my address and stuff, if something would have happened, they would have came to my house and like.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. It was probably first on there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's okay. I mean, it's fine. It didn't work out.
Yeah, shit does happen, and maybe it's
happens for a
meant to
reason.
happen.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle it, and I don't blame him. I warned him before we, like I said, we were just messing around, but then he told me one night that he actually really did like me. He's like, "What are we? Are we dating?"
Young.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's what I'm thinking.
He
We
just
were
didn't know
young.
how-
I was young.
It's a lot to take on.
I made mistakes. He made mistakes.
Then seeing more on top of it, maybe you have mental a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know how you couldn't. I don't know how you couldn't seeing that stuff. I don't. But he seems. I heard he's married and he's happy. So I'm happy for him.
Okay.
No, actually, last time I saw him, believe it or not, was the day of the divorce, and it was at the courthouse. And that was the most awkward day of my
Mine
life.
too. Mine was weird.
No.
I was giving Tim dating advice.
I walked. Oh my
In
god!
one corner. I'll tell you about that in a minute.
I walked in, and of course they're in freaking line before me. I'm thinking, nah, there'll be other people. Nope, me and Mom were waiting so other people to get there. No, they waited for us.
Oh.
So I put on the strongest face I had. His bitch grandma came. Sorry, he's probably dead now. But his bitch grandma came. His mom. I loved his mom. She was a good person. She rooted for us, I think, more than anybody.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, at least she liked you.
I liked her, I did, and, she always welcomed me into their home, even when we were just friends. Like, I remember her, like, you gotta come in for dinner, come on, and I'm like, should I stay? Once we're in his house at, like, 1 in the morning getting some pot, and, like, because that's how I started smoking pot, because he smoked, but he didn't smoke a lot or nothing, but he was just that good old boy back then. Yeah, he changed. He really changed. He grew up, but I think a lot of that affected him.
I'm sure he dealt with his demons too.
Yeah, I mean,
so hopefully he did.
Yeah, right. I mean, if they're doing good and they're happy and they've been together a while, stuff's got to be good. And I hope that's all I can hope. I have no bad, I don't wish ill will. Yeah, I have no ill will. Yeah, shit happens. And we were young. Like you said, we were young, And left us so wonder. No, I'm kidding. It was for the military. It was perfect for the military. Yes.
It does change things a lot.
Shit. I would have said no.
Right.
You can just hate me all you want,
Like, I should have said no.
I should have. And I kicked myself. Because he listened to me.
Oh, shit.
I was hoping he would listen to me. I said,
well, the one guy that listens.
No kidding.
The one.
She had the one man that listens in the
guy.
whole universe.
Son of a bitch. Shit, I had another guy ask me that to marry him before I met him. That's why I wasn't
girl.
trying to, be near him or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really liked him. He lived in New York and near New York City actually, and we've been talking for a few years.
Oh, wow.
My bitch sister got on the phone, the internet, AOL, because they couldn't find me for a day, big deal. And she told the fucker that I was hanging out with other men and shit, and that is before anything ever happened with him. Nothing happened till I was done. Yeah. I will never forgive the bitch for that. I told her I love you. But bitch,
20 years later, she's like,
I liked him a lot. I did.
Sucks. That really sucks. I know how that goes.
We had so much in common. Shit. He was heartbroken. I'm like, I promise you. I'm like, because usually I go ask my sister.
Yeah.
I was like, ask my mom. She was there.
Right.
Still, he thought I was getting her to lie for me, and I'm like, hey, if you don't believe me and take me at, for who I am and my word, then
forget you.
it's not gonna work. She just saw the ring he sent me. A friend of mine, her name is Brandy. We met. That's how I met through them. She had a party at her house, and they used to date.
Oh.
Yeah, and I thought, they'll probably hook up, but nothing happened like that.
Right.
She had a husband or something like that. I think she's still with him. But anyways, yeah. So that's how things happen.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah, don't forget my Italian husband from
Which one?
2008. Yeah.
Who's that?
Franco, I'm lying.
I know. I'm trying to think of an actor
DeMonte? I don't know.
I don't know. I like the guy who plays in Magic, right? What's his name? Joe?
Oh yes.
God.
I'll marry him.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'll be his glass slipper.
I still haven't saw the last one. I didn't know that.
I'll
Fucking
take it all.
A.
What?
Said fucking A.
I know. So what about Mrs. Marty over there?
Yes.
What's your story?
There we go.
Oh, well.
Morning glory.
Let's see here. I started LMC in the fall of 91. And I was, just casually dating, nothing serious. And then in the fall of 93, I was like, maybe I should start, taking advantage of some of the things that the student body has to offer. They had
It was
they had
Sorry,
before they remodeled their school, they had hangout place where people could just go and just meet people.
Nice.
They had a social
Yeah.
thing. So that's actually where I met. That's actually where I met Phil. And we had some people from St. Joe were also at LMC at the time.
Oh,
and when I
okay.
walked in there, I was like, hey, I know you, and you.
Oh, really?
And Phil had become friends
Yeah.
with those group of people. So I started hanging, and we had this really nice, 8 to 10 group
that's
people
nice.
that we hung out with.
I like that.
And so we would do all kinds of stuff. And we did,
So fun.
yeah, we hung out at school. We did stuff at people's houses. We'd go to dinner. We'd go to bars. And then
Yeah.
Phil and I kind of just, our friendship, then Phil and I started
to know
hanging
each
out.
other.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
started dating.
Oh.
And in 94, I graduated from LMC.
Okay.
And then he moved in with me.
Okay.
And I thought we had a pretty good relationship. I mean, he was the oldest. He has 3 siblings, so he's the oldest of 4.
Okay.
Came from a good family,
That's always
and
nice.
he treated me good, and he would write me poems, and he was very
Oh,
romantic.
I had a boyfriend like that once.
And I thought, oh my gosh, this is kind of cool. He's kind of a really nice guy.
Romantic.
And then he proposed to me in Christmas of 94.
Aw, that's cool.
And
I love that.
and then in October of 95, we got married.
Oh.
I spent pretty much all of
Like on your
95
birthday,
later.
or
It was October 7th, actually, so
Oh,
it was just
Oh,
before
it's
my
my
birthday.
All right.
So I was 22, and then
Okay.
2 weeks later I turned 23. And we had off to a good start. Just like any marriage, You
Yeah.
had the,
Honeymoon
major
period.
honeymoon stage. And then I was pregnant with Dawson when we celebrated 5 years.
Oh, wow,
Okay.
okay.
And then Dawson
Okay,
came around
wow.
3 months later in
Oh,
January.
Aw.
That's cool.
Okay.
And
This
then
is Dad.
things changed.
Okay.
As soon
Oh,
as
it
we
sure
had
does.
Dawson,
You have to bring a kid
things
in.
changed. Then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, of course at that point our friends, they had already graduated college and they were, living elsewhere. So our group of friends really shrunk.
Yeah.
So then we weren't going out as much. Of course, when you're a kid, you don't like go out
Right.
as much either.
Yeah.
But then
You need it though,
he
too.
just, he got to be more of a homebody, and I couldn't get him to go anywhere or
How Tim
do
got too.
anything. And
It
he's
gets
like, well,
annoying.
once you have kids, you're not supposed to go anywhere. I'm like, what?
Who
Rule
said
book
that?
says that?
Yeah,
was
show
never,
me.
I just never heard of that. And so what we used to do together, we didn't. And then our interests weren't the same.
Okay.
Communication started to suck.
Yep.
And then 4.5 years later, Jacqueline came
Okay.
around.
Oh.
And at that point, I had, I was going to beauty school. We built a house.
Oh.
And so, then there was the stress of, just
Yeah.
all of that
Oh,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
And then, I don't know, then he got to a point where he used sarcasm to poke fun.
That's not funny.
And it wasn't, like I remember one time I was pregnant with Dawson. Of course, I was huge. I felt really good with Dawson, so I gained a bunch of weight.
Good.
And one time we
You're
had
healthy.
gone over to his parents' house to have
Yeah.
dinner, and I'm like, I can't just sit in a chair because you can't get up. I'm huge.
Yeah.
Right?
So I sat in a regular chair
Yeah,
and just
why
being
not?
funny.
Yeah.
I could use my belly, and I put my
Oh,
plate
it's a
down my
plate.
belly.
I
and
love
I was
that. When people do
You know-
that, I think it's so cute.
and you know what
For
he said?
popcorn bowl.
Oh, I see you put your plate on your belly so you can shovel your food in faster.
Oh,
Oh, hell no.
I'm like, no, so I
Yes.
can get it down and kick your ass faster.
faster.
Yeah, and then one time we went to sit on the couch to watch a movie, and he goes, well, if you can move your fat ass over, I can sit down. So then it was like these little belittling things and these
Aw.
poking
Wow.
fun.
That's
And
crazy how much it changed.
oh, yeah, and I'm
Joe's
like,
grandma
what the
did that
hell
to me.
changed? And then we started fighting and arguing about the dumbest stuff.
Yeah.
He owned his own construction business. I'll give
wow.
him credit where credit is due. Excellent. You would do an excellent job,
Really?
all that. But when it came to business,
Yeah.
he couldn't own his own business and do his own business to save.
Yeah, so I was
life.
wondering.
And apparently that was my fault. It was my fault that his
Everything was
business
her
wasn't
fault. Oh, of
successful. It was
course.
my
Yeah.
fault, One time I took a shower and Jacqueline wrote used crayon all over our walls.
Oh, shit.
Where were you when Jacqueline did all that?
I got kids do that.
Oh, where
Like,
were you?
Okay. One time he ordered Christmas cards for his clients,
Yeah.
and the dog chewed them all up. I got blamed for that. Well, where were
wow.
you when the dog chewed
Oh
all
my
that?
God.
I'm like, I'm
It
really tired of
happens.
the
It
blame,
does.
Yeah,
the
get over
blame game.
Oh,
And
wow.
then,
Just go
then
buy some shit.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. And so all of a sudden, what used to be this wonderful person
Yeah.
was so, not to me anyways, wasn't so
Right.
wonderful anymore,
No.
Yeah.
blaming me for
Fall out of love.
finances and
Yeah.
blaming me for this, and then I couldn't get him to go anywhere, and he didn't
Oh,
want
that-
to do
That's
anything.
stupid.
Oh.
dumb.
I was like,
And
what?
I was
She
like,
used all
I
that.
can't just live like this.
No, you can't.
And
No, you shouldn't.
I tried to get him to go to the bar. I tried to get him to meet new friends. I tried to get him to do karaoke, and he just had no desire to do any of that.
That sucks, I've been sick, but, I try to get out whenever I can because I don't want to end up like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And I'm not
To
saying you
where I
have to
don't
go
wanna
out
be
every
home.
day.
No,
I
yeah.
don't need
It's
that.
good
But
to get out for you, too, though. Like, any couple. Don't
Oh,
you think?
and one time he stubbed his toe on something, which okay,
Oh,
I
shit.
get it. That hurts like a bitch. And like 2 days later, I said, "Hey, why don't we take the kids to my grandma's
Right.
and we'll go down by the beach? We'll walk along the beach. We'll have a nice
Yeah.
little picnic. We'll watch
Sounds
the
nice.
sunset." You know what he said? My toe still hurts from when I stubbed it 2 days ago, and that was his reason
Oh
why
my
he did
God.
I
it.
broke my toe on vacation in Myrtle
Holy shit.
Beach, girl.
I'm always
I
getting
just,
hurt. I keep going.
I went through the side of my
Like,
foot.
Oh, God.
Because I wanted to go down and swim. And there's these two cute guys I met. And
Well,
I
that
still
would
talk to
motivate
one
you.
of
That's
them.
funny. So I
We
got
went
to
to
the
a long
point where I'm
time
like, he clearly
Clark.
doesn't want to spend time with me.
Right.
We don't communicate.
There.
I
Put him in the pot.
Look at that. Hey, yo.
The candy.
And I was like, I cannot do this. Obviously, we were just not compatible.
I think you and I met at a good time because we kind of helped each other through
We
a
totally
lot of
met.
weird shit.
Well,
Weird
Yeah.
stuff. And
Rachel and I kind
outside
of went
the
through
box
some
of
of the
nerds.
same
yeah, we're
things.
kind of like in the same situation.
It's like the
in the
divorce
weird
club.
way.
We're the divorcee
So
club,
Marty
y'all.
and I started dating each other, sort of.
No,
Right?
he's not. He's
Right.
not a bad person, and he's not a bad
Yeah.
dad. We just weren't
He's not.
compatible
People just,
people.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's got a wonderful wife now who's
Yeah.
really nice.
Oh,
The
gosh.
kids like her.
Yeah,
My mom
that's
likes
good.
her. I'm friends with her on Facebook. They're very, very,
That's
very
nice.
happy.
Zen now.
And you know,
Yeah, if you can
makes
get
it
along,
nice.
it's
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
So-
With kids involved, and yeah, I don't care if they're adults. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
yeah,
you
and
know.
we never saw things eye to eye, but yeah, that was half our problem was we just argued, just
Maybe just meant to
fought
have the kids.
all
you know.
the time.
That's what I
And
thought
just
was him
couldn't
too.
do
Yeah.
the
We were
fighting.
made to have kids
Yeah.
and find other people.
Maybe that
And we
was
learned
yeah.
who we were as individuals during the divorce too.
I
Yeah.
believe, yeah. He seems he's changed
Even
a
she was
lot.
commenting how much different he was in
He
Friday.
totally different.
Like,
Yes,
he
I was
was-
like,
He used to
what?
seem
Like
cranky
hearing that one
to me.
girlfriend talk about, oh, we just loved him. He's such a conversationalist. Like, what?
I was gonna say you talking about the same
And I
person.
asked him, like, I hear you're a conversationalist. He's like, what? That's what I said.
He finally
That's
started
great,
talking
though.
to
I mean,
me
this-
like last year.
This motorcycle group has really brought him out. His
I think
also.
it's
That's
good.
awesome.
I think it's good
Well,
for
maybe
him.
that's what Phil
I think
needed.
the
Maybe
divorce
he
did,
needed
too.
something
I
that
don't
would
know.
Something
be
like
passionate
that.
about.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
to some
do-
degree, I feel better, like, knowing that Tim can function on his own. If something were to happen to me, like, I feel like he'll be okay. He
Yeah.
can take care of the kids now, and he can live for himself.
It shows you both can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So we're both strong individuals.
Yeah, definitely. Shit. I agree with that. Definitely.
But Marty and I had a lot of fun.
How did you
Oh
two
my
meet?
god. Well, actually, that's a
I'll let
funny.
her tell it. It's
That's
funny.
a
Yeah, I never asked.
It is
Same
pretty
math
funny.
class together.
So we were in math
Okay.
class together
I was
in
behind
2000,
her, I think.
in 2007. And that, MySpace was really
Yeah.
popular back then.
That's how
I
old
think
we
I
are.
still have a. I wonder if
I
I
think
still
my
remember.
profile
it.
picture
Actually, go online and
float
make
around. Float now, they're from 2007.
Whatever. Yes.
And all of a sudden, I got this message on
I got some bad dates off of
on
there.
MySpace, and
Lotion.
she's like, "Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm the nerd that sits next to you in
That's
math
so cute.
class."
That's
And I
so
was
Rachel.
like, "Who?" I'm like, so then I was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" So we
It's
started
funny.
talking. Then we talked in class, and then we just built up this
Hit it
real
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was her birthday around that time.
Aw.
I got invited to like this bar thing they were doing.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Like you and
yeah.
Tammy were going to Stooges, and I thought your best friend was Amber, the mullet girl.
How old were you
Oh
guys?
Lord.
How old were you
How
guys?
old was I?
I don't even know.
2007.
Well, 100 been one.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said 17.
I might have been
Oh,
like
no,
22.
okay.
It might have been like
2007.
26
Got
or
it, all right.
27 because Hunter
Yeah.
was almost. Well, Hunter was one.
Were you going to college?
Yeah.
Oh, you never told me that. It's okay. I've only known you like, what, 2 years, a little more than that?
Yeah. Since
Yeah.
beginning of our
Before.
podcast.
Yeah,
I
since the
was
before that,
35.
yeah.
Feels like forever.
It
35
does.
when we met. She thought I was 28.
Yeah, I did.
Hey,
Whatever,
shit.
you know,
I'll take it. That's what I'd say.
You know what pisses me off? I study for the math test that she hears about all the time. I fucking got a B, and she comes in drunk and gets a straight A.
I love it.
I
That's
totally
funny. Because she relaxed.
I
I'm
totally
sorry, and I
did.
got a B. I was actually like, I got an A, and I was drunk. Like, fuck.
She's like,
Snap.
what? You got drunk? And I said,
That's funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Someone
I'm like,
took
I
me.
knew I loved this girl.
Someone took me fishing and we got drunk and I was like, holy
She caught a
crap,
buzz.
I'm like, I gotta go. I got a math class.
Oh, God,
And
I
I'm
know.
like,
I
just
was
skip
like,
the math class. I'm like, no, there's a test. I have to take the test. I showed completely buzzed.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
take this
I
test.
love it. That's me in high school, but hot. Yeah. I come in, my eyes are red. Allergy. Oh, my allergies. Because I had contacts. The hard ones get permeable. And I always, before that, my eyes would be so red. So my friend had contacts with sauce, so you can use the same, kind of the lubricant for your eyes.
Gotcha. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, lubrication. I don't know what to say that right. Drops. There you go. But it helps a lot. Yeah, and because you gotta have some kind of that cushion on your eye because they're like hard plastic, literally.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. And then I went to glasses because that's going to get the colored contacts. And I didn't know that you have to actually take the other ones off and let your eyes rest and get It's like they rub down my stigmatism. That's why I have
Okay.
them. Yeah. So I have
What
a
is
stigmatism.
too?
I have a really bad one. Yeah. Yeah. See? That's why I let's get some contacts again. I'm ready.
I don't know. I can't touch my eyeballs. It just grosses me out.
Anything that
Oh yeah.
any
Use a
movies
plunger.
I've seen that has to do with the eye, like I just cringe.
Yeah.
I do too.
Like,
I can
kids
do that
always
all
do
day.
this to
The
me.
eye.
They know it fucking gets me. They're like, oh, stop it.
Oh,
I
did you see
cannot
that one
handle that.
around Christmas? Somebody did makeup. It was like this, and they had but they had like a what is it like on the tree a bulb. Like it looked like it was actually going through.
Oh, gross.
Like
Oh,
imagine you run
Oh.
that through, and it was like this. Sorry, I know you hate that. But dude, it was disgusting. It was makeup she used. My belly just rolled. Heck,
Oh, I was like, no.
my belly did. It was just like, whoa. But it grossed me out, even though it was makeup. My niece was like, it's makeup. I said, I sure hope so. Or she's gonna have some bad wrinkles. It was like all the way down
But
to
I used to
here.
have those gummy eyeballs. Now I can't even look at it.
Oh, I
Just
saw
thinking
a
about
movie.
eating it.
Final Destination.
Just went,
Gross.
I was
Yes.
like,
I used to love those. I was like, okay, can't do it.
never again. Sour Powers, my favorite from being a kid and now.
What is it?
Sour Powers. You know what I'm talking about? The long ones that are like this, and you buy them there. You know, they have them, the little lightning bolts on them, and they'll have like the shit. I'll look it up
Okay.
afterwards.
That's
You'll know what I
curious,
mean.
yeah.
It's probably called something different. We had a store that rented movies in Eau Claire, and we'd go there. Everybody go there and rent movies, DVDs. Even before that, you could even rent actually like Nintendo, you know, all that crap, you know, and. Yeah, dude, like they had these big bins of them. You just do that and they give you like a big bag of Sour Powers.
Oh.
Yeah, they're good. They're a little chewy, you know, but they're
I'll have to look it up.
sweet, sour. They make them in like these little packs. And they call them something else, though. It's got like these lightning bolts on them and these little like cartoon blueberries for the blueberry ones. If I show you, you might say I've saw that.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably. I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe I just
You can
didn't
buy
know
them at
the
the gas
name of them.
station while we eat. I know
Oh,
that.
cool.
Yeah, you get stoned and go down there, but it's, not that I do.
learn
I'm
something
just
new
saying
every
I
day.
used to.
Get
I used
stoned and go
to.
down there.
Yes.
Oh god.
Right.
Oh Jesus.
Now my belly's rumbling, talking about
Is it?
just talking about it. Yeah.
There's candy in that thing if you
Oh,
want.
I don't need candy shit.
If anybody wants some, help
Watching
yourself.
my weight, child.
Aw.
Mm,
That's funny.
it's slow, but it's going.
Anybody have any crazy dating stories? Or relationship stories?
Remember we were talking about MySpace?
Yeah.
I've told you this before. I don't think I told you. But I met this guy. I talked to him a lot. We went on a date to. Okay, it's right when the Wings place opened up, Wing Etc.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Oh
in
yeah.
Benton Harbor.
Okay.
I didn't take my ID. I wasn't even old. Was
Is this
I
the
old enough?
lotion
Yeah,
guy?
the drink I was. Yes.
Oh,
And
jeez.
he first sat in my driveway,
Oh,
and I'm like, "Are we going to the date?" Like he said, he's taking me out, and you know, we sat there for an hour, like
In your
just
driveway?
like making out a little, but not hot and heavy. And then he goes to his trunk because I was like, "God, my hands are so dry," you know, because the winter dries my hands out, dude. I should have never said they brought lotion. I go, "Why do you have lotion in your trunk?" And Minnie's got dry skin. No.
That's the lotion in
He
the
wanted,
basket.
you know what he wanted. And I'm like, are you serious? I said, you haven't even took me on a date yet, for God's sakes. Like,
Shit, date before you get a handy.
and I'm like, my parents are right there. And they didn't even know I'm going with somebody from the fucking internet.
Oh no.
I don't want to disappear, you know? So
You should
I
at least
told
get
my
dinner
friend
first before he
Jimmy.
gets that.
I told him I was going with Jimmy that night. So they're like, okay.
Oh,
You know, and I'm like, Jimmy, like, please, if mom called, tell him something. He would too. But he's like, I'm going to call you every hour in the hour, make sure you're okay. Because I was like, good, because you have to come murder somebody
I don't
for
know
me.
if I've ever had a weird
But
date like
he
that
took
before.
me there after that
I've had some
suggestion.
weird dates, but
Have
He
you?
told me he had his
That
own
weird.
house too. So he had his own house. I don't, you know, if he lived with his mom because he helps her, that's fine. But then he pulls into a trailer park that isn't where he said his house was. And then we went there. It's a fully furnished room. Not like, you know, you go back to your mom's and yours your old room. No, this is used. You can tell. There's trash in the trash. There's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The calendar's set right. Like, everything. And I'm like, you live here, don't you? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you could have just said that.
You know,
'Cause, like,
stories.
They have the whole home to themselves. It's one person. You know what I mean? And if you're taking care of your mom for real, then that's fine. It's good.
Right.
You know?
But
like,
he could have just
he didn't have to lie to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't have to lie to me. And then I got stuck spending the night there. And finally I go, I have to go home and get my meds in the morning. He turned this heater on. It was by me. I sweat my ass off that whole
You sweat your
night.
ass off?
Literally.
Oh.
I think I lost 5 pounds sweating.
Jeez. But it kind of is.
He was
Oh, God.
weird. He reminded me of
I can't
somebody
believe
who
he
maybe
stayed
had a
over.
girlfriend. Have you ever heard a guy go, no hickeys, no hickeys? And it's like, I wasn't going to anyways. It's because they don't want their girlfriend seeing it, you know? Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. And I'm like, don't give me any heat.
It sucks being a
I don't
server and
wanna
having
look like
hickeys on
that.
your neck. Do you know how much you get picked on?
Oh,
Like, You
yeah.
get a fight with the vacuums?
Yeah,
I know,
people
turtlenecks
say
at work. I was like,
yeah,
sweating my ass. I'm like, oh my
that
god,
you've
this
been
sucks.
had. Yeah. My mom told me that when I got my first hickey in like 8th grade, 8th grade.
Are they marking their
And-
territory when
Yeah, Zach had to do
Used
that.
to have,
I'm
like,
like,
battle
Zach,
scars.
stop. I was like, I got him back. I gave him a huge one, like right here. I was like, yeah, your mom's gonna see that, I bet. 'Cause he's, you know,
Oh,
it's
no.
short, take your shirt off, you know, and sleep. I said, when you're getting ready to go to bed, I'm sure somebody will see that. Because he deserved it too. Mine was right
Oh,
here.
yeah, they
Not
do.
enough makeup to hide it, dude.
they totally
Oh, I
deserve it.
know.
They secretly like it.
I know. Don't I know?
Oh,
Shit,
God.
I was like this the whole week. Like,
I know.
my mom's like, what's up? I'm like, nothing.
Nothing.
I
Got my
wear a
hood up.
turtleneck in 90 degree
Yeah,
Weather.
that's a tip off
That
right
is not
there.
me either. Trust me. Hell no.
that's
I'm like a radiator heater. Shit.
Oh, God.
I
I
don't
can't
do
believe
that.
you went back to his place after that.
I didn't have a choice.
Oh.
I thought we were just
I like
seeing
taking you
it.
home, motherfucker.
That's what I said. I want to
Oh,
go home.
see.
So I was like, fuck
the
it. I'll go to
house tour?
sleep. I didn't even
Also,
get nothing out of it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you just wanted, oh, you know.
Duh. The lotion
And
was a
it.
tip off.
Don't
It's just
most
an
guys
handy.
want, like,
Well, they want all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. I
Guys
thought
are
you
sick
want some
sometimes.
sex.
Like, yeah.
I figure.
You guys
He had a
should
big
listen.
bed.
You should listen to Brooke and well, actually, I don't think it's Jubal anymore because he's on his own. But there's on the radio show 99.9. They do the second
What
date.
is that? Oh, the second day update. I love that show. Belle and I used to listen to it every morning at the bus stop. Oh my god, it's crazy.
That's funny.
Oh,
So,
I love it too.
talk about bad. Talk about
It's
bad
hilarious.
dating.
Those stories
So
are
That's
funny.
fabulous.
Oh my god.
TikTok has them all over.
I like 99's, what's that thing where people can call and leave messages? They think it's for the person, but it's really not.
They do prank. They do prank phone calls.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Awkward Tuesday.
We should
Phone
do that.
call or what you doing at the courthouse.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
They also have the Craigslist missed
That one's funny.
communication.
We did
Yes.
that episode because after like I heard that 99, I'm like, oh my god, it's a good podcast episode. And
Yeah,
we did it.
it
I was like, oh my god.
If you've ever gone to them and
They're
read
hilarious.
there was one. They're like to the woman who farted in the
Yes.
aisle
Ah,
at Walmart.
that's what we
I
read
was
that
like,
one
oh
too.
my god, it's like this.
Oh, it was so funny.
My friend Juliet and I, when we were probably about 6th grade, do you remember when the radio stations used to call you? You remember that? Like if your number was on
You
the
could
list?
call them.
Yeah,
I
but
never
back
really
in the
called you
day,
back.
there's a show my brother found on YouTube, and I'll have to send you a link. And it's the same thing. He called, and he gets all these old fuckers. Like he's like, it's called Cash Call or something like that, right? And they just call any number in the phone book. And if you get lucky, you pick it up, the old phone book, you know.
Oh no.
But dude, like these people are like, oh. And then she's like, you gotta speak up. And they're like, so what's your guess, ma'am? She could be like $425. What's in our you know,
The cash box.
cash
yeah,
thing,
something,
yeah. What there was to win. And like he goes down, and then somebody goes, a pair of choppers. And I'm like, what? What the fuck is that? A pair of choppers?
Like
Like,
teeth?
I
That's
think we
what
should
I'm
have,
thinking of.
we should do our own radio. Like, I think, I keep telling Rachel that too. Our own, like, digital radio station. You don't even need, like,
How do you
antennas
do
like
that,
this.
though?
See, I don't know. We're going to have to figure
We'll
that
look
out.
into it.
but I heard you don't have to have, like,
Okay, have I
it's
already
internet. Yeah, wouldn't it be great? We could all just talk, and then, like, people call in, but we, like I was saying, we make prank calls, and we're like, hi, you know, this is,
It
you know,
would be kind of
Ashley
nice
from
if,
107.
like if your podcasts were interactive, where you could
It
get.
could be like love
Yes.
lines.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
like, okay, well,
Oh,
call your
shit.
caller number 9.
Remember lower
Tune in to
expectations.
channel 69.9.
I
I don't even think that exists, but we're gonna make 69.9.
Fucking
Tune in
A.
for love advice.
I love it.
Yes.
69.1, 69.0.
Oh my God.
Oh.
66.6.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. I don't know. That's frightening.
Tune in for paranormal.
66.6.
Yeah.
Oh god. All the freaking devil worshippers
Oh my
we
God.
call
We
our
have all
asses.
the, I know, we have so many weirdos.
That's what we need though.
You need something where people can actually call in and like
Yes.
give like, oh hey,
We
I
could
got
have
a
people call
story.
in now with Messenger. I mean, people could call in and actually talk to us.
I think we should look
Do
into
they ever
it.
do that?
Yeah, like I could go probably just on like Messenger for Facebook, and Betsy could call us, and she could be heard right now.
See,
And
that'd
Betsy,
be
if
fun
you're
if people
listening-
call in.
I gotta.
Yeah.
Hang on, I have to open that here.
Like, surprise, you're our number 1 fan.
That's fun.
She would too.
She totally
Yeah.
would. I haven't met her, but
Have you known her forever?
Kind of. We went to high
Okay.
school together.
Yeah, I
so
was
we weren't
wondering.
really friends in high school. I mean, we were, but we weren't. We had gym class together.
Yeah.
She raves about how I used to save her all the time from her locker, and I don't remember that. Apparently, she had issues opening her locker.
Aw. Me too, man. I tried to leave it set, on that last one, and like
Yeah.
fuckers who come by go, and I'm like, bastard, friends that would be not good friends, because they knew I was slow, dude. I was on crutches or half of it, because in cheerleading
Oh
I
shit!
hurt
She
my
was
leg.
going. I can't. She's going to church. I forgot.
Oh.
She went yesterday, didn't she? Damn, girl. Pray for us.
She's going through a lot right now. I can't get into
I
it.
was just
It has to
teasing.
do with her mom and stuff.
Yeah.
And her job situation. It's tough. She's having really bad.
It's not
Oh,
Nick's
poor
friend,
thing.
yeah. He needs something. He cannot stand it. Just being at home,
It
he'll
does
work
get
on
old
this,
after a
that.
while.
He
You
needs
can
to
only
fix
do
his
that
car
for
and
so
get it done.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great as at the hospitals, how people transfer you to your room in the wheelchair. He'd be great at that. He's good with people, like,
That's true.
especially people like you don't know.
That's what Betsy's doing. She's just volunteering in oncology right now.
Yeah,
And it's
see?
like, that's a perfect fit. It could turn into something. You never know.
Why not?
She's so good at the medical
They'll pay
field.
you,
The
yeah.
People just love her, and I'm sure Nick would be the same.
Exactly. So
You can
he
strike
said,
up a conversation with
Oh, God, he can
anyone.
talk to anybody.
yes, I had a real nice guy take me to my room, and he's so sweet, Made sure I had everything, because I had my pajamas when I came in, because I was so
Aw.
sick, And they put me in this damn gown, which is fine. But they gave me one too small, and it was open in the back like this. I'm like, come on. And
Can't they give you 2
I put on
rows?
my pajamas, and they're like, you ready to go? I'm like, I'm in pajamas. I was like, I couldn't take that non-fitting
Yeah.
rope, neck gown, whatever you want to call it. But shit, man, they had good ones at X-Ray. They fit fine. And they were better looking. They were the old design and thinner. Not that thick
Yeah.
crap they give you. They're thick and heavy. They're horrible. One size fits all, my ass,
They should give you 2, one to wear backwards and one to wear
Yeah,
forward.
usually
and
they
you're covered.
do. Cleveland, they do that. They're really good about that.
Or
Make
like
sure
you said,
you
or bring in
feel-
your own pajamas. What do you need a damn rope?
That's why when I'm in the hospital, my mom, she'll bring my pajamas. I'm like, please. I learned that in Germany. They didn't have gowns. They did it. Seriously, when they were doing surgeries, they did. But pajamas all the way.
Oh,
And
that's
you know
nice.
what? I liked it.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
I was able just to wear my pajamas and
That's
chill.
nice.
They were
You
able
feel
to get to my
comfortable and
knee.
you're already in
I
a.
hate going to the gynecologist,
Uncomfortable, yeah.
and they make you put on this gown, and then they make you sit there for an
That
hour.
paper dress,
Yeah, they make you sit there for like an hour before you even see them.
I can't even close it.
So you forget the time what
It's
you're even
ridiculous.
doing.
It's my
They
boobs.
they're
It's my
sitting there
boobs.
half naked.
They're
going,
like, are you?
come
Yeah.
in time?
I've been decent for an hour.
I know, man,
I
dude.
hate those
Why do they
ones.
bother knocking? They're gonna come
I
in and
know,
see
it's just
everything
like-
anyway.
They did.
Yeah.
They walked right in. I mean, thank God I undressed
Oh, wow.
quick. Shoot. I'm slower getting dressed, I think, because I have to sit down because my
There we go,
legs.
yeah.
I saw you smile about that. And I'm good at getting undressed.
Like, that's not a problem.
Slower getting dressed. Should be the other way around.
Right.
Now you're like,
Yeah, they give you like an hour to get undressed, but they give you like 2 minutes to put your clothes
Yes.
back
Oh,
on.
I
It's like,
know.
dude, I need
They
more than
like
that just to
seeing
get my
naked
bra
chicks.
on, let alone.
Where?
I know this girl goes cute bra, and I'm like, thanks. I was getting an echo down on my heart, and it was pretty too. I bought
Being
them.
a woman.
I bought them when I was
No
in
kidding.
Cleveland at Dillard's. I don't know if they still have them, but they have great bras. When you were asking, great bras.
At Dillard's?
Dillard's.
Oh.
Yep.
Is there used to be a store here? Or no?
Did we have a
I thought
Dillard's?
we-
I don't think
In the
so.
mall? Or no, was that something else?
Kohl's?
No, the old school mall.
Yeah, she's talking about the orchards.
I thought
Yeah.
there was something like that.
JC
there, but maybe
Penney.
not.
We had one, it was.
Penny's had good bras.
I can't
I
remember.
always
It's like
thought
the
they did.
far end. Like, it was like the. I don't know.
God, you would think I would know. I used to go there all
So
the
I was like,
time.
was it Dillard's that was there? Or no?
There was a Carson's.
Maybe that's what it was
Maybe
Parsons.
that's it. I never
think that
went
was it.
there. Yeah.
But that mall was like the shit
Was
back
it?
in. Oh,
I remember
Yeah,
that.
the day.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember when they redid it?
Everybody-
I was like 2 years old and they redid the floors.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember.
They
Somebody-
held up.
They had
Oh, the floor was
so many
ugly
stores.
It's
There
funny,
was
I just
always
watched a,
crap.
Spencer.
somebody
back
did
in
like
the
a
day.
Yeah,
walkthrough. So somebody on Facebook did like a reel of just walking through like this abandoned mall.
In
And it was
Tennessee.
ours.
I saw
It
that.
was ours.
Yeah.
It was I'm like, oh my god, this is our mall.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was just walking around like it just been left. Blah, blah, blah.
It's just been,
I'm
yeah.
surprised you could still get in.
It's-
I was too.
you people walking there. We should go through there.
Oh,
We
God.
totally
Maybe
should.
it's haunted. Because empty spaces, as they say.
No, back in the day,
Seriously.
we had Learners, Mary Ann's, Just Pants, Gap. Yeah, they said that's how they
Kmart.
sold.
Remember
It-
Kmart back in the day?
That's how they sold. Was just strictly jeans and just
Oh,
pants. And
okay.
they called it Just
Got
Pants.
ya.
Then of course you had all your shoe places, Payless.
Oh, yeah.
What
we
were
had
some of the other
Payless,
ones
yep.
that were really popular back?
Oh,
God.
Finish Line. We had in
Yeah,
the
we had
mall.
yeah, we did have
What was that other one too? There's Finish Line and what's that other one? Damn, it was a good one too. It was like two sport like ones, you know, and then Payless.
Yeah,
So
we
you
had
three
tons.
places.
We had tons, and we had a Deb.
I do remember that one.
Oh, yeah,
what
we
else
sure did.
Had?
Claire's.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, we
you
had
and I
Cla-
went to
we had
Deb.
Claire's.
Clubwear a couple of times.
We had Spencer's
Walgreens
back in
used
the
to be.
day.
Walgreens used to be in there.
Yeah.
I think it was either a
Yeah.
Ponderosa or a Bonanza that used
Ponderosa,
to
I
be in
think.
there.
Yeah.
Of course, we had a nice
I miss
food
Ponderosa,
court.
dude.
I worked at a Ponderosa.
Did you really?
Yeah, in high school. Yeah.
They
In
still
fact,
didn't-
The guy that I
Tough
dated
man.
in high school, him and I went on the
Aw.
same day and got interviewed, and then got hired on the same
Oh, that's cool.
That's
day.
cool.
And then they kept us on the same schedule until
Aw.
he went to Ferris and he left.
Oh,
Aw.
damn it.
And then I had to work there by myself. We used to meet in the cooler and make
Oh,
out.
I
Freezer.
I remember that at
Awesome.
Jorgensen. So at Jorgensen,
That's great.
I don't know why I kept getting a thing for the meat guys.
Ah!
And I was a
I
senior
see
in
why.
high school. Sorry, Mom. Turn off your radio right now, Mom.
Close your
So
ears.
I met up with a guy in the cooler in the meat department. That was not like planned because he had a girlfriend and it
Oh!
was just like one of those like you like each other but
Yep.
you shouldn't be doing it and then he just
How my
grabbed me and
marriage
spun me
started.
around and kissed me like
Yeah.
like okay.
That's what happens. Your freaking hormones. Like, they think you're like, oh.
No, but when you're in high school, your hormones like through the roof, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When you're 17,
They still fool you.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm 39. Shit.
That was like what I went through.
The
5
mailman
cherries,
looks
I
at me
think.
well a certain way. I'm like,
Oh, God.
you know? And they're like,
Oh,
I'm
God.
60, man. You know?
That's funny.
It's funny because we actually hooked up like
I'm an older
years
man,
later,
but-
and it was the worst sex I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
I'm
that
like, what
sucks.
happened to the cooler guy, man?
All that
Yeah.
Like, we
anticipation
hooked up
from
like
down.
years
Yeah,
later. I'm like,
that would
oh, this
suck.
That happens.
sucks.
That
It
can
wasn't even
happen.
worth it. It's like, damn it.
All that
And
anticipation.
then there was another guy that actually worked there with us. He looked just like Jordan Knight. And I was
Damn.
like, oh god.
I go after
hot.
him.
So I'm like, I'm gonna sleep with Jordan Knight.
Yeah.
Nothing like Jordan Knight. I was like, damn it, another fantasy crush.
Ah.
I was like, he was terrible too. I was like,
Oh my
god damn
God.
it.
Maybe pick an ugly one. Maybe like.
Maybe you need to teach them some things.
Hey,
they are
old.
teachable, you know.
I don't mind doing that. Shoot. Yeah.
I feel like I did that
I've
with,
had to do that.
you know who, but
Sadly.
we taught each other stuff.
Hey, man.
There's
It's a
nothing
learning
wrong with that.
experience, my friend.
It was the friend you introduced me to at the bar once upon a time.
Oh, well, it could be a few people. I'm just gonna
The
think.
Louis Paquino guy.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
I was mess. I
He's
knew.
gonna know too.
No, I knew right off the
Paquino.
bat who you were talking about.
The Band-Aid guy. No, just kidding.
Well, always.
The
There's this,
Band-Aid
yeah, well,
guy. I love
we
it.
met at Czars, and he had been drinking, and he was really cute. I mean, he just come from California. He looked
Oh.
good, and he was Hispanic. And,
Okay.
oh. he looked really
You got
good.
the roll to tongue.
Yeah, so I don't know what caught my eye, and I noticed he had a Band-Aid. I'm like, so, you have a Band-Aid? Yeah, I did. It was like,
A
what the fuck is that?
Band-Aid. I love it.
I picked up this guy, I'm like,
Wow,
I
that's
see you have a Band-Aid.
that's
What's under
That's
it?
a TikTok line.
So he's
Are you
telling me
dangerous?
what happened, and so I don't remember what happened. We just started talking, and the rest was history.
He goes from give a Band-Aid
I know,
to
it's like,
sex.
I know, it was weird. But we were
I
friends
love
for
it.
like 6 months before anything ever happened.
Yeah, that helps.
That was one, like, we just had friends can't, like, you know, you can, friends with benefit, you can try, but somebody does fall in love with each other.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened.
I've learned, like, it's really hard. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta have an agreement or some shit. It's like, we're not gonna hate each other, are we? Like, is this gonna ruin our relationship?
I just think that friends
And it
with
was
benefits is
insane
the
love.
worst.
Yeah, it is a bad
Yeah.
idea. I used to not think
It
that.
sounds
but
like a good idea from like, you know.
It was fun.
A
But
standpoint.
we had a lot
Yeah,
of
but
fun.
then like
It
you
was
said,
fun, and-
somebody always wants more.
Right.
They develop
And why
feelings
can't
and
it
the
be
other
more
person
you
does.
want it? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, maybe I should have thought and said, this time he wanted more and I just wasn't interested yet. I didn't know him, you know?
I feel like God stepped in. Like, he and I were talking about moving in together after Tim and I got divorced. And I feel like God stepped in with this overseas guy because I started talking to him. And then he met, like, this fucking 20-year-old and moved her in instead.
Of course.
And she was an alcoholic. I'm like, oh, thank
That's
God.
not good.
I'm like,
Well, you
I'm like
dodged a
trying to think
bullet.
about my life with him. I'm like, I don't think I would have been happy.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably
you know,
wouldn't
shit
know.
happens for
I
a
couldn't
reason.
trust
Exactly.
him. He lies all the time about stupid stuff.
You wouldn't want that.
So, no. It's just like, you know, God stepped in at the right time. So, thank you, God.
I agree. You know,
Sometimes
I
I'm
do.
telling you, your angels are on your side,
Yeah.
right? When you
Your spirit
Need
guides,
that
It's funny,
you
it's
know?
like when you're
yeah.
done with something, you're just fucking done.
Yeah, that's my mom. Like,
It's
if
just
she's
like-
done, she's done.
It takes a lot for me to be done, but when I'm done,
Yeah.
I
exactly
can just walk away and be. You're
because
done with me.
you give and you give and you give and you give,
And it's
Oh,
all
yeah,
you can.
I'm done.
and then you
Yeah.
get to a point
Yeah.
where like
Get
okay,
nothing
you
back.
can't, you're
Yeah.
not getting anything out of it, so you're like, yep, I'm done. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. I'm very cautious now about.
Hey, that's smart,
Things.
dude. That's so smart. You know, I've learned that too. You gotta have a bit of a guard up too, like, 'cause you know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
when Tim and I got back together, I felt bad because I was thinking, okay, what's his angle? What does he want from me? What does he need from me?
right,
And though it was nothing, I had that in the back of my head. I'm like, are you just using me, or do you
right.
want
Is
something
this
from
gonna
me?
last?
Because that's what I've
Yeah.
been used to for like the last 5 years. These guys just using me, and
Right.
you know.
And then
Right.
then you think
Yeah.
everybody else is gonna
Yeah.
do
Going
that.
to
So
do
okay,
that.
what's your agenda,
Right.
Tim? You know,
Right.
even though you didn't have
Even though
one.
you didn't have it, yeah, yeah.
So now,
Thank
like
God.
when I meet new people, I'm always like, what's their agenda?
Yep. Just
And
be
that's so
careful.
sad.
It
Yeah.
is sad. Like I
Yeah.
can't even talk to somebody in Messenger without thinking like,
People
Well,
use
you
it
want-
in a
okay,
second.
how much
man.
is this gonna cost?
And they
me?
don't
Yeah.
even think
Yep.
twice about it
Like
either.
I've had people approach me about podcasts, being a
They don't
guest. I'm
care.
like, okay, how much is this gonna cost me? Because I'm not gonna pay you to come be on our show.
Yeah, fuck that. You're getting notoriety as well. I don't care.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
it's just like I'm not gonna send you like a $2,000 check or something, you know.
Fuck
I'm not gonna
no.
pay for your airfare.
I'll give you $20 and a pop.
Like you're gonna get like the people
We all
listening,
threw on
I'm like
five.
you're gonna get promoted that way. I mean that if you want that, great, come on our
Yeah.
show.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right. You know, shoot.
So,
We could have a great radio show one day, podcast.
I would love to have more
You
guests.
know what I'm
I mean,
saying? Yeah.
if anybody wants to be a guest, just let us know.
Yeah, we'd be
We'll get
happy.
it redone. Yeah.
And you don't.
Yeah. Other people's
Plus, I have to
point
be
of
careful
views.
because this is out of my home. I don't want people.
No, right, exactly.
Crazy people in where I live.
We gotta vent you first.
Well, I
so.
mean, we can set up anywhere though. You know.
That's true.
Do
You
a
know,
recorder or microphone.
even at a park in the
Yeah,
somewhere,
exactly.
huh?
Yep.
You know where
Well,
there's
that's
electricity and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think
But
we
I
could
think
hook it
that would
up.
be- But if you got people out there like such as myself who I'm not a content creator on TikTok. I like to use TikTok.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do post a lot of
You
stuff
got a lot of
about
people though.
I do have a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, consider I
You
don't
can make
know
that
where they
work for
came
you.
from,
I
but
keep getting people too for the random tasks.
That's great.
That's why I said I'm not gonna erase it. I'm just gonna start sending me stuff like that we have recorded, and
So-
I'll just start adding it.
but see
you know
if
what
I go
mean?
live on TikTok, which
Right.
I don't know how to do.
See, I was trying too, because I thought maybe we could do that. as
You
well.
Yeah, I would
got
do
so
both.
you got
Yeah.
you got enough followers to go to live on TikTok too.
Yeah. Well, can't you do that anytime?
You have to have
You have
1,000
to have so many
followers.
followers.
Oh, you only got
That's
that
why
many
you
yet.
and I can't do it on our
I did.
Facebook page yet
Oh,
because
every
we don't
day.
have enough followers. We need
Yeah,
100
yeah.
followers.
But see, on my
That's weird.
We got
TikTok, I have
22.
1,100 and some odd
Damn.
followers.
88 people.
We'll have to
So
figure it out.
if I can figure it
Yeah.
out, I can
Or we need to
promote
make
you
88
guys.
accounts.
So even if I'm not a
Promote
content
you,
creator
yeah, too.
or using it to get money from TikTok,
Promote us, yeah.
I like to promote you guys, and if I can
Yeah.
do it on another platform,
all
yeah,
of us
that'd be
are
awesome.
us.
You're part of this crazy
Yes.
show now.
Our tripod team.
Yes. Oh,
We named the
tripod.
cat that once that had
Trifecta.
one missing
Trifecta.
leg.
Huh?
I named the cat Tripod.
You did?
Yeah,
'Cause he was
one
missing
missing
a
leg.
leg.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's
that's not
cute.
important. Taste. Apparently, it wasn't our cat, but it was. My mom worked at remember I told you like a little kid haunted house, like a fun house, and
Oh,
so
yes.
it is.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not there anymore. But they had a cat, and apparently it crawled up into somebody's like motor, and
Aw.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's the flywheel or something
Aw,
caught
poor
its
cat.
leg.
Aw.
But they were able to save it, get it to the vet.
Oh,
and,
that's
but we
good.
named her Tripod. But you know what? He was faster than any other
I
cat.
can't believe
he
it.
didn't. He probably wasn't gonna let
Yeah,
that
slow
stop
down.
him.
No, he didn't let it stop him.
That's awesome.
I swear, that cat lived forever, dude.
Aw.
Forever.
Was it
yes.
a sweet cat too?
So sweet. That's why I was like rushing him to the vet because I'm like, they can
Well,
fix
losing
this.
a leg is better than
Yeah.
having him lose his little life.
Or,
So
yeah,
you guys
his
saved
life.
him.
Yeah.
And he was precious anyways, like, you know, and it didn't make him not trust anybody. We never climbed back up in there anymore.
Well, that's good.
Still,
Holy
I
gosh,
still
lesson
beep
learned.
them and stuff. Like even at home, even though it wasn't our house, I still like beep and make sure nobody's under the car because you know it's warm for them when you've
Oh,
just
that's
gotten back.
true.
You know,
Right.
Well, and they do
we hooked the
that.
shed up for them pretty good though. We only have so many now. They fit in the shed. There's no garage anymore, so thank God our numbers have gone so down. Oh my God, yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I love cats, but no,
Right, that
it's
was
because they had
crazy.
babies. Yeah, I'm gonna take like 4 of them and get the last girls fixed, and we're fine.
I'm laughing because they have a cat as a rapist.
Oh, he is a rapist. He's
That's
horrible.
not funny, but they all talk about what a rapist is.
You have a
He's
cat that's a
he's
whore
a-
dog.
That's not
rapist.
funny, but
He's
it's
a
just
cat
like,
rapist.
oh, poor cat.
He is though. She saw it.
I did. It was like,
Funny.
oh boy.
Should I take the water gun or the hose? I'm like, psst. Because
Cool
he
his
won't
ass
quit.
off.
He won't quit. Yeah,
Oh my God.
he's been
You
really
need to
good
get
though
him
this
fixed.
winter. Usually they'll even do it in the winter, like, and I'm like, no, no babies in the winter. That's horrible.
Yeah,
Like,
that would be worse.
the lakes, crazy lakes is born in the winter, so I had to bring him in, and that's when downstairs used to be like my room. That's how I ended up having Jinxie and also Tiger in there
Oh, okay.
because they were born in the same. I would say clutch, but that's what birds litter. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom used to raise birds, cocktails. For
Oh.
like shoe money, clothes money for his kids.
Oh,
Just extra
okay.
money. You know
That's
what I
cool.
mean? She did really good. We had about 20 cockatiels. They were all
Wow.
breeding pairs.
Wow.
Always had babies.
Aw.
Gorgeous mutations. We had a house fire. It was on the garage, but it's connected. And they were able to get it out. And Nick had to get every single one of those birds back in the cage and get them into the car.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
They
Jeez.
said after the babies, everybody was okay, took them to the vet, but their mutations afterward were amazing. We had people like, I'll give you $400 for that bird.
Oh my
'Cause
God.
their mutations were gorgeous. Like one was
Wow.
they had pearls. pearls all over it. And then like one looked like it had the pearls here, but was like it's called a pied cockatiel. And it was like all yellow and stuff here. It was nuts. I'll show you pictures. We just found some pictures. Yeah.
My mom is
Hey, those albums fell in the closet.
What?
The shelf broke in the closet.
Yeah.
The house fell apart. But I get those elves. Fuck.
Now she
Those
find the pictures
albums.
from like
Yes.
6 months ago.
Fucking A. But I want to show you some old pictures though.
Okay.
Yeah, we erased it. We'll make a new one. Shit. Fuck it.
That's okay.
I was tired that day. I was
You don't want to tell your story.
like, no.
So, Marty, you've actually been through an ordeal. You're 2 years post
domestic
abuse.
It'll be
That's crazy, isn't it?
2 years on the 19th of
Wow.
February. In
Yeah,
fact,
how long
I
already?
was thinking, because I come across all these things on TikTok about how you can hear the guy in the background just bitching and yelling, and it's such a trigger because they're going through it.
It's gotta be.
And I'm just like, and then I read the comments, and the comments are like, girl, you just need to leave.
Get out.
Why aren't you leaving? You need to leave.
It's
And I'm
afraid.
like, people that have never, ever, ever,
Do you have
ever
kids?
been in that situation don't understand. You can't just leave.
If you could have, you would have did it before.
Exactly.
So
So
you have
I
children with them, that's really hard.
Well, there's a lot of factors, and mine.
Yeah.
You know, I watched a lot of Lifetime, and I was like,
Yeah, me
girl,
too.
why didn't you see the signs?
I
Why didn't you
watched
notice the
that.
red flags? Why are you not leaving? You know, you're so
Right.
stupid.
Until you live
Until
it.
you live it, then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, okay. There are lots of reasons, and I want to kind of do a segment
I think you should.
on
Or
TikTok
make reels like
Yeah.
advice or like
I think
about
that'd be
different
wonderful.
things. And
Awareness.
you know, there's so many different kinds of
you
abuse.
can do it
There's
here too.
physical abuse,
Yeah.
financial, emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, and then give like, you know, what you might be experiencing.
Verbal.
Verbal
Verbal's
is really bad.
Yeah.
But the reason that people don't leave is because they're threatened. So like in my situation, if we were downstairs fighting,
Yeah.
I'd go upstairs and he'd follow me. If we were upstairs and we were fighting, I'd go downstairs and he'd follow
Kept
me.
following.
If I went outside, he went outside.
Oh
If
my
I got in the
God.
car, he would get in the
Oh,
car.
you couldn't
If
be
I
by
went to
yourself.
walk to my mom's house,
God.
he would walk with me. And then if that didn't work, he would steal my cell phone, grab my car keys,
Oh.
and my debit card. Where the fuck am I gonna go when you have all that? I'm nothing. So when people say, why don't you just leave? Yeah, let me
'Cause
know
I'm
how
all
that works for
hostage.
you. Right.
That's
Here's
why.
what it was.
Yeah,
It
and
was.
If he wasn't doing that, then he locked me in the bathroom and stood outside the door. He locked me in the closet and stood outside the door.
I would be
Put
still
in
in
our-
jail, right?
No. Shoved me in our bedroom and kept me in there. I almost crawled through the window once because I was
Yeah,
like, how am
right?
I gonna get
I
out?
would have
Like,
tried, yeah.
I was like, maybe I could just try to, but the window
How
was
you
too
do it
high,
quietly,
and I don't know
too.
how I was
Yeah.
gonna climb out. But I was
If you
like,
have something to stand on as well. You could get
Yeah.
hurt.
well, I'm like, I'd rather get hurt. So I was like, but I had no windows in my bathroom. I
Right,
had nothing
damn it.
down in my
Yeah.
family room. No way out. You trapped down there. So for people that just, well, why don't you just leave? Yeah, why didn't I? First of all, it's my
I
fucking
said,
house.
walk a day in my shoes, you know? Walk
You
a
know,
day in my shoes.
It was
Yeah.
my house. I lived there way before
right,
him,
he needs to go.
and he needs to go. And every time he's like, I'm gonna pack up my stuff and go. I'm
Go.
like, fine, go. He would never do it.
You should do reverse psychology. Oh, please, I need you. But he might fall for that.
Then he would
too.
say, well, I got other women.
Yeah.
And I
My
said,
luck.
oh, good. You call your other woman. Have her come
I'd
and
love to
get
meet
you.
her.
I would love to
Right.
meet her, hug her, and say, you know, he's all
He's
yours.
He's all yours, baby.
Now, no refund.
He's not doing it to you yet, but he
No
will.
substitute. No,
They
don't
never
bring
do
it
it.
back.
They never do it at first. It always comes later. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But they're proud. They're narcissists
I
are
can't believe how
proud.
proud he was. That's just
Of
sick.
what
Why
they-
would he be proud of that?
Oh, he was proud.
That's
So
It's
sick.
if he hit me, he was proud. If he made me cry, he'd make fun of me. If he did something else, and then if we went to the grocery store,
Bastard.
he's like, "You're gonna buy me beer." I'm like, "Oh fuck,
you.
I'm not." And then he goes, "Oh, make it rain, bitch! Told you were gonna do that."
I'd be like, see ya. I'm like, he'll be paying.
Oh, it's
And I'll go to the
terrible.
next aisle. But I
So,
didn't know you couldn't.
It
But
was
yeah,
either him spend my money or get beat up. So what do you do?
buy him this beer so he shuts up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Kate had to do too. Yeah. Keep the alcohol. Yeah. there because if not, he was like a child, but like
Oh,
a
you
mean
can't-
child.
You
and-
can't reason with me
Nope.
people either.
Especially when they have like some kind of addiction like that. There ain't nothing coming in between.
No, he went to the doctor in 2018.
I could give you sleeping meds. We could have totally like.
Girl, you're preaching to the choir over
Damn
things
it! I wish
thought
We think about
if
this
I'd
every
known.
week.
I'd known.
One time I got like a saucepan out of the cupboard and I
Yeah.
stood over him and I was going to beat the fuck out of
Good.
him
Yeah.
with that. He woke up, grabbed the pan from me, broke the handle, and then hit me with it.
Oh,
So it totally backfired
Oh.
on me.
Damn! You should have beat
Mm-hmm.
them. Damn.
So I was like, wow,
Quick
That
into the
didn't-
hands
like,
when
that
it's
didn't-
sleeping really
that
hard.
didn't go. I'm like, that didn't go.
Then he can't
It's
chase you.
fucking- I bit his thumb once.
Go, girl!
And he cried and went into the fetal position and he
He
lost.
did?
Yes, and if he wasn't barricading our bedroom door, he closed it and then laid in front of it, I would have left then and just walked out. And I'm like, I
Right.
couldn't move over.
God.
He cried like a damn baby and got into the fetal position. And then he lost his thumbnail. That's how hard I bit it.
Good
It
for you.
turned
Wow.
black
Holy
and
smokes.
blue. And dude, do not put your finger in my mouth. What did you think was
I
going
know.
on?
What do you expect? What do you
Like, yeah,
expect?
exactly. I was like, I'll show you.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
Shoot, serves right. No, he's not in jail. I don't know where he's
I'm
at.
so glad he's out of your life though.
Yeah.
he never
Amen.
Once days out.
Yeah, he never came to my house.
I
He never
know.
contacted me. He did view my profile on TikTok,
But,
and he saved one of my things as a favorite of his.
oh my god.
Which I'm like, did you not think I was gonna get notified? And I was like, you know what? I'm
Right.
letting it go because I don't want to give him the satisfaction.
Right,
Yep.
exactly.
I was
Yeah.
like, dude, if you want to see domestic violence shit all over my TikTok page, you go right ahead and stalk me. I
It scares
don't
me for
care.
like the next one, you know, it is. You know the cycle's gonna continue.
Yeah, it just
Oh,
takes
yeah.
a while.
And
But
that's
that's,
Yep.
but it does. That's the other thing
honeymoon
I wanna.
period, like we said.
That's the other thing I want to address on TikTok or wherever I'm going to do my series is that the judicial system fails people. So when he got picked up, and they had ran his name and whatnot, and he went to jail, and then he went in front of the judge and his.
like warrants, they didn't know.
Wow.
And he, yeah,
That's
so
what
he went.
pisses me off.
Yeah, so he went in front of the judge, and then he had his public defender, and then he had the attorney, which I never met. And not one time did they ever say, "Hey, do you have any evidence? I had
That's
pictures,
weird.
I had
Around
emails,
here,
I had
oh,
voice recordings
They don't
of him."
care.
doctors.
And then they were going
Here.
to get him on a third offense, and he
Lord.
took a plea deal for second offense.
He would have had a felony.
He would have had a felony, would have gone to prison for 5 years.
Yep.
But
Cody,
He should
Yeah.
have had 93
They should've no
days.
plea
The
deal.
judge told
Bye-bye.
him one more time, and what happened 2 more times yet, he never went.
Right.
And then we had a judge give custody to a man that
Why?
beat a woman with leukemia. His mother, he beat her to a pulp. And then he's beating my sister. She called the cops every time, put him in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not enough evidence.
No shit.
Really not.
Our judicial
Hello?
system
It's so broken.
is absolutely
Yeah, it's
broken.
busted.
And I called his probation officer because I got her name, and I called her so many times. I'm like, do you know he's in a bar? He's posting it on Facebook.
They
Is he
don't
not
care. They
supposed
don't
to
even
be
do
in
their
a bar?
homework.
And I'm like, she failed me by not doing her
I know.
job.
Oh, I didn't
Right,
see that.
yes.
Oh,
You're right.
I didn't know he was in a bar. Bitch, that's your job to know what he's
Read
up
the
to.
paperwork. It's
I'm
like
doing more
that in
detective
court.
work.
We had paperwork to hear it, but I mean, browse through it for God's sakes, woman.
Right. Take
She
an interest.
didn't.
Take an interest.
I'm glad she's totally, what do you call it?
Is she gone now?
She's either
Retired?
retired, hopefully now, or it was supposed to be after the end of the year.
Oh.
So I'm going to look that up in a
You
little bit.
should. Yeah.
That, look, no, when you have like 10 different things against you, like, what's it called? When they want you to be,
Accusations,
yes, they want you to be fired, and it petitions
like,
too. 10
that's
petitions. And you know what? Over thousands of people have signed this, but it meant nothing.
That's a
to
lot
those
of people.
people. Yes,
Wow.
it
Why do
is.
they not take this stuff seriously?
Thank
They're
you.
gonna wait for someone to get killed before they.
My nephew, yeah. And
That's-
is it going to be my
yeah.
nephew? He's 6 years old. You know what I'm
And the
saying?
kids are the one that suffer the most.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
CPS doesn't take cases
they don't know why the
seriously
kids
He
either.
didn't even meet CPS. That's the funny part.
What?
Yeah, he got to meet her at McDonald's, not at his house he has. They gave him a free house out of rehab. I think it's a duplex, to be honest. I really do. It's a big house. And remember I showed you that? That's more than for 2 people. But apparently he still has it. Now he's working construction or something. But, like, I don't know, man. He had his own... He worked real estate for a while
Yeah,
until
he
they
got
fired
busted.
his ass.
He got busted.
And then
Yeah,
he
the
tried...
judge.
Yeah, he tried to start his own freaking... real estate company. And you have to pay $1,000 a month just to have your own real estate.
Ooh.
Because I looked it up, I'm like, that's his name. What the hell is he as a real estate? What? He wasn't even one for a year. You know, so it's not like he got, bumped up. That could have been a great job, It's okay. You can sell houses, shit. Go sell cars. Fuck, you at least get commission on them. Shit. Do something. She's working, but she deserves something better.
Yeah,
She's
she
been looking, and she works at Martin's. And dude, they are so...
Doesn't like they're very good.
Her boss is like, he don't want to do
Clue
shit.
either. Yeah.
He don't want to do
Sucks.
shit. They leave her at the money counter. Her job was supposed to be not even that. You know what I'm saying? She was manager over at the Starbucks there. And she's like, I wanted to work at Martin's, not just Starbucks.
Right.
They're gross over there, dude. Oh my God. Yes.
That's too bad.
It is because, dude, she's deserved to be able to have a job she's proud of. She's 5 years, almost 6 years sober.
That's
I
awesome.
am no setbacks, nothing.
That's amazing.
That is
She's
amazing.
taking
Yeah,
care of
that's
her
for-
children.
wow.
She
No
takes,
relapses.
yeah.
That's awesome.
she has all her kids. She
And
don't
that's
have
not easy.
full custody
No,
or
it's
nothing.
not.
That's 5 kids.
Oh, that
And I
would
know
be
the others
stressful
are
as a-
teenagers, and one's adult. He's 20.
But
you
that's
know.
that's very stressful to
Yeah.
get clean and
And have all that. Yeah, she
good
just
for her.
she needs an apartment bad. But yeah, she had it solved some of her problems. She her boyfriend actually gave the card, but he hasn't signed it over yet. Yeah, I know. I'm a little worried about that one. It's has bald tires.
Yeah.
So then she wants to drive mom's car, which my mom put on 100,000 miles last week alone on her car.
100,000 in 1 week.
I'm not shitting you.
How the heck?
Between you and them, taking me to
I
you
can
and
see like
them.
1,000, but not
Between
100,000.
no, I'm not even shitting you, dude. Within it was a few days, yeah. She's been everywhere. Yeah, she had to go back to Kalamazoo. Drive the Is it Portage?
Probably.
Portage, yeah, 4
Near
different
Western-
times.
Or, near
Yeah.
Kalamazoo.
And then, like I said, U of M. She drives the kids back and forth to school. Then she goes to my appointments, which makes me, I feel so guilty. She never makes me feel that way. But still, you know what I mean? It feels like a burden,
It's
Yeah,
not.
because they want me to come, there more. So I'm like, shit, I gotta cancel, not cancel, but schedule those tests.
Right.
So at least I can schedule it myself. Because they won't call you back. You gotta call. And you think they would, but I think maybe they're just busy, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. So who knows?
Wow.
Poor woman, shit.
Aw.
She's got so much stress. She was crying today, shit.
That's
Yeah, my dude's between the point where he needs to be in a nursing home, but
That's a
I
tough
already
That's
know
a
what
hard
would
choice
happen.
to make, though.
He'd be scared. He'd
Right.
want to come home. He
Not
has a
knowing
brain
anyone.
injury. He has a brain injury my whole life. I was in first grade. He got in a car accident, and his seatbelt failed. And yeah, actually, he was one of those people that had the Firestone tires. And it busted. Yeah, on his way home, and he hit a tree. And they had to fix his eye. His eye actually was hanging out. He said he could see the ceiling and the floor, but it did brain damage, and he had to relearn to eat and to do this and that. But otherwise, you wouldn't know. He'd forget now and then. But I don't know why. But now with him having the COPD, and I guess it gives you, what is it we were talking about? In your lungs, too much CO2. So there's a machine that gets that CO2 out, right? Well, it's just not doing enough. And my dad almost killed us all the other day. He had a soldering iron, not on purpose, he had a soldering iron next to his freaking oxygen. and he was gonna solder through it. We've had to take everything out of there, all the drills.
Wow.
He's a man that always worked on stuff, cars, this,
So it's
that.
just what he's used
in
to
his
doing.
head, and he's bored. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's sad.
Aw,
It's really
that
sad.
is sad.
He'll look at mom and go, "Where's Nan at?" And I'm like, "That's mom right there," you know. And she's like, "I'm your wife," you know. And he's like, "No, you're not." And I was like, "Whoa, he's never been like that." But it's getting worse.
So he
and
definitely needs
we
some
don't know
care,
what to do. Yeah, like maybe somebody to come help now and then. I think that at least.
like a home health
Yeah,
care.
because I know she'd be so. Yeah, they're like, and our only other choice was Dr. Wong, of course. Sorry, but she's like, well, we can take him off all his breathing medicine, which would be fucking cruel, and then just let him lay there and pretty much die.
Right.
They try to keep him comfortable,
what's
but I
it-
know they're comfortable. It's like a pinch of morphine.
Right.
I mean,
No,
he's
that's
on
not a way
methadone
to
for his
do
back, so you know that's not going to do much. Yeah.
You don't want to do that
No.
either. It's like having someone with a feeding tube. It's like once
Yeah,
they have
Grandpa
that,
had one. Yeah.
you know, it's like that's not any way to live.
No, it's not.
All the choices suck. Like my mom's gonna talk to his doctor. She's a wonderful woman. And we have a nurse too, but she only comes like once every 3 months to look at his machine. But she's very helpful too.
Yeah, maybe
know.
that's what you guys need is a
Yeah.
home health care. Or
Yeah,
like you said,
I think
maybe
it's
he
time.
does need, but assisted livings are hard because,
Yeah, I can't.
you know,
They're so expensive.
they are
That's it. I
super
mean, really
expensive.
can't.
They're not affordable anymore.
My
Now,
mom
he
and dad
could
live on-
potentially apply for Medicaid for long-term
Yeah.
health.
He has Social Security, so
And
they'll
they-
take that,
No,
and then like you said, they'll probably take his pension. I'm guessing.
they'll take everything
Military.
but $60 a month, and then
We'd be
that'll cover.
Have you guys
everything.
tried like a veterans home?
No.
Because he was
haven't.
military?
Yeah,
Was he,
I've heard a
like,
lot of bad.
yeah, I was
things.
gonna say that's a catch 22 too, but I didn't know if they would take him.
It's too bad that they don't. I mean, you fight
Or
for your
maybe they
country,
would
and then
know-
you can't even
You
get
have
anything.
great care. They used to give it till I was watching something about that. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was like its own little town
Hmm.
for people that were veterans, and it was so cool.
Oh,
And
really?
they had their own town, like stores.
Where was that
They
at?
could go in the
Awesome.
park.
Like
I don't
anywhere?
know. I'll get
Like
back
any?
to you. It was in a
Okay.
certain town by where a lot of Navy guys were too. That had so they could see the ocean and. Yeah, like
That's
it was
nice.
so cool, dude. But why
Huh.
not? Why not now? That'd be amazing.
That's
It would be
interesting.
For
amazing.
people
Yeah.
that serve our country, I mean, hello.
They should get
Yeah,
something. They serve their country
deserve
for
the
God's
world,
sake.
seriously.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, golly, look what they're doing. The
Now they're,
sacrifice.
like, a lot of them are homeless and
That
I
shouldn't
hate it.
trying
happen.
to
It's sad.
commit suicide because they can't get help.
They think they have nowhere to go
I know.
to get that help, you know, and
I was telling
it's sad.
Marty, we got a guy in the group, I'm not gonna mention his name. He's going through a rough time right now. I can't remember when he got back, but him and his wife are going through a hard time. I think they were on the verge of divorce too. So I think
It's hard.
I was telling Marty, I'm like, I could kind of see both sides because he's been gone too long. So she's probably been on the front lines at home, taking care of everything. It's gotta
Yeah.
be hard to come back and share that responsibility with someone.
Yes.
And not
When
feel
you're
like you
used to
hate
it.
them for
Yeah.
them being gone. And then
Right.
I know where he's at with the PTSD because he's coming back from. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, right.
That's hard.
So
on
hopefully they
Yeah.
can either work through it, or
I hope so. Yeah.
He's such a nice guy too. and
Yeah.
He's adorable.
Aw. Maybe they'll get their
He's
stuff
so cute.
together.
It's like, oh.
Hopefully they'll get their stuff together. You
I
know?
hope so. You know, I mean, they have kids involved. And it's-
Yeah, and that makes it really hard.
Yeah.
It does. I don't care. I'm 39, and they've
He
been
needs
fighting now and
counseling.
then, and they never
Yeah,
fought
he
like
is going to
that.
counseling.
I
Well, that's
still.
good.
I don't know if
Good.
they're going together, but
They should.
so it makes me happy when he does come to the motorcycle thing. At least he's with his friends.
gets
and,
him
yeah,
out.
It gets him. Yep.
Is yep. Sort of your own personality out
Right.
there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's good, like getting out with you girls. You know what I mean? It does me a world of good
Yeah.
to get out of the house because I don't drive. You know what I mean?
Right.
My mom's so busy with my dad, and I love him. Nick, but he didn't really take. He used to take me somewhere every Friday.
Aw,
We go
that's
like
sweet.
to the
Fridays?
casino.
Oh, that's cool.
We used to do. I don't care if it was Walmart, walking around.
Right, just do something.
Yeah, we'd have
walk
fun.
or- yeah.
I go, I pay for dinner, you pay for next, and he would. We'd go back and forth. This is when he worked at Walmart.
Right.
I mean, sorry, Myers.
Right.
For the first, it was when he came back for the first time.
Well, maybe when
But then he
gets to
just
drive again,
stopped.
he will.
You know, he just stopped. And I do miss that. I told him, you know, and I need it too. Like, you know, I have depression, obviously, and a lot of it's caused, like I said, about my back. Like, I don't feel like always sad or anything, but I think it's shit that's holding me back. Like, you know, I have to use my walker if I want to go to the zoo.
Right.
You know, I can't just use my cane. It's not enough, you know. I gotta hold myself up, you know.
I gotta give you
One
credit
of those
for
hover
doing
rounds
that,
where
though.
you can.
I'm so glad you took me because, you know what?
Actually, I mean,
Yeah, we walked some miles, it
yeah,
said on my
I'm
phone.
surprised you did 2 walks.
Yeah, I could
do-
believe it.
Can you
Years.
get like a hover round or something?
Yes, I can.
Aw,
I
he's
think
a
they just
lovely
have to ask,
bug.
to be
Yeah.
honest.
Or
I've always been
sometimes
against
they
them,
offer
but-
wheelchairs. We had to get Dawson a wheelchair at the fair one year because
Yeah.
he had a
Can you
scrimmage
smile?
for football. He was a freshman in high school, and he had a scrimmage or they did something, and I'm surprised he didn't have to have surgery. He hurt his knee so bad
Yeah.
he couldn't play for the first 3 games.
Yeah.
And so we went to the fair and he couldn't walk. So he
that's
said,
how
"You
I
have a
went.
wheelchair, we wheelchair him around."
Me
Me
too.
and a
I
wheelchair
had my
around.
past time because I got hurt in like July, so like the fair came up like 2 weeks later, you know. Yeah, the big old cast, but you know what? I had a good time. I used to really have to push me, you know.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier than trying to.
I know. Yeah, it's so
cute.
But a hover round would be nice because then you're just in a little motorcycle, you know,
Yeah, I could
Right.
like.
No, we need to think of day trips.
I know. I agree.
Look at me,
Like,
the
something. I know. What's the fun? I don't know.
Well, now it's I can take like all over the grid.
Anywhere, man. This
Okay.
planet. I'm ready.
Me too.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
Well, I'm waiting for warmer weather.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that sucks too. Yeah, that's true.
That too.
I'd love to go tubing, man, because I heard over at they have the snow
Just making
tubing.
sure.
They
Five Pines
you get pulled
Ministries
back
does.
up.
Oh, no, we had to walk back up with our
It was at what's it called?
Where was I?
Not Five Pines. You know.
Swiss Valley.
Yeah. Yep.
Swiss Valley. We just passed Swiss Valley when we went Friday
Did you?
night.
Oh, yeah, we
I
did.
used to ski there
I was just
before
trying to
my
think
like.
where. Oh, it was
Mine
at.
was
They
in
pull
the
you
injury too.
There's another
Started it.
place.
So in Donner Summit, the kids were tubing on the hill, but they had like these moving sidewalks to get them back up.
Yes.
That's,
Yes.
that's the way
I was
to
like,
do
why
it.
why is that
Hell
kid?
yeah.
I was like, watch this kid, like, why is he gliding? Like, oh, it's a moving sidewalk.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
I think I
it's
can
like-
do that.
See, now
Yeah,
that I
exactly.
could do.
That's what
Yeah,
made me do it.
see?
Like, I forgot all
We'll
about
have to
that.
look. I think it'd be fun. We could record it.
Oh my god,
Because
the
we're going down the hill.
I love that stuff. Yeah.
I
That'd
haven't
be
been
awesome.
tubing for so. I took the kids once because Dawson has a January birthday. So one year I took him and his friends to Kiwanis and we
Oh,
it had
my mom worked
snowed
there.
the night before.
Yeah.
And so we went there, and I said, "Well, we don't have enough sleds, so I bought enough
Right.
sleds for everyone." And the kids had a ball.
Yes,
That's
hell
cool.
yes, dude. Sledding's
And it
fun,
was so much fun. I think we broke a sled by the time we were
Ah, these
done.
little saucers, man, like Christmas vacation.
Didn't he lose his shoes?
Oh, his friend
Really?
Walker
I
lost.
kind of remember. I was like, I
a
do remember
shoe,
this.
yes.
It was
No.
a shoe incident.
So they went
Oh.
farther down from where like the actual
Yeah.
place where they were doing the sledding because they thought, "Oh, this will be fun."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Boys will be boys.
Yeah.
And so
I didn't know
they
that.
decided to go farther down. And when they went, Walker lost his shoe. They had to wait. They went back to look for it, and I think they had to wait till spring for the snow to melt.
Oh
Oh,
my
to
god!
no.
Did they ever find it?
They
I
did.
bet
I think
it
they
was
did find it.
freezing.
Oh my god! Seriously?
Poor kids.
Funny.
You
I
ruined
was
by
like,
then.
well, I took your kid sledding, but he lost his shoe.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
What is the price to pay?
Shoot, I wouldn't be mad, as long as you don't have freaking, what do you call it, frostbite, hell,
Yeah, I didn't have that. Luckily, it wasn't that cold, but it
Yeah.
did just enough snow. But Jacqueline, I'm trying to think how old Jacqueline was. Maybe like 8 or 9.
Aw.
And she walked up to the top of the
Aw.
slide, and then she goes, "I can't get down." I said, "Just
I've done
slide
that
down
as
the
kids.
slide." She wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I said,
you get
"Jacqueline, there's like
scared.
3 feet of snow. Just jump off the top and
Yeah.
just, I had to climb up and go get her. She would not
I
come
did that
down.
once too on the monkey bars. I climbed all the way up and I sat on top and I'm like, I was like 7. My dad heard me, thank God.
Oh, gosh,
and he
that's
came
too
to save
funny. Oh, my
me.
God.
Thank God for my dad. Shit. I
Oh,
was like, I'm scared. I was scared. I go, shit, I climbed up there, but how am I gonna get down?
That's exactly what happened.
You know, the jungle gym incident too.
What?
I did the same thing on the jungle gym. I didn't learn my damn lesson. Yeah.
That's funny.
Incident. It's all clear. All clear. Yeah, public schools there.
We're at an hour and 48.
Oh, damn. Wow.
We can keep going. It's up to you guys. I don't care if you want to keep chatting.
I'm good.
That's a long ass podcast.
That is damn.
I
Listen to
know.
them chunks, y'all.
Yeah. We should get, Marty, you should come back again. Well, obviously you're going to come back in. But if you
Well,
want to
yeah.
actually talk about your stuff, you definitely can.
Oh, yes.
I mean, get your story out there more. And more advice
If you're
for
comfortable
people.
with,
And,
yeah.
So
Well,
that'd be great.
that's the other thing. People don't talk about it because
Yeah.
they're afraid to talk
Right.
about what
Yes.
their partners are doing, what they're going through. Because on the off
People
chance
can relate.
they might change, and they
Yeah.
don't want anyone
They're
to
not
think
gonna
bad
change,
about
please.
change. That's a
I would
Private
miss
shit.
this to it. He don't hurt her or nothing, but this guy, I ain't gonna say his name, but she don't listen, but he is a piece of crap. You know, she lives in an apartment with him. You know, he's got mommy and daddy. They got a lot of money, which I'm glad they do. You know, I'm not jealous of anything. But that's how he got the car, because they were looking for a car for Caitlin, and they found a Mercedes-Benz that was actually, it's older, like 2004, but it's beautiful. It's from Florida, and you know how the cars are good there, there's no salt.
Exactly.
Yeah, no salt, you know? And so they went to go get it, and he decided he wanted it because it was better than his. But she goes, I don't care, I just need a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Because her vehicle just, everything went wrong with it, electrically, this, that, where she couldn't afford it. She's
Right.
still paying the damn lawyer off. $12,000, this woman only worked for us for like 4 months. Yeah. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
She's still close though. But imagine that. You get your check, they take out child support, okay? And then they take out the freaking lawyer amount. What are you left with? Enough to get coffee and gas. Her tires are bald. Like, I worry about her all the time in that bad ice. She had to drive to work.
My
You
dad
know?
has a car that's going to be for sale. I don't know what
Really?
she's looking for or what her budget is, but I guess a neighbor of his had bought, I want to say it's a Chevy Malibu.
Okay.
And
Oh, we had one of those.
she's looking to sell it. So my
Okay.
dad's like, well, I can, when I come back from
Yes.
Florida, I can do it. So I'm trying to think, let me see.
Yeah, because my mom could actually help her as well, and then there'd be something in her name, too.
Your dad takes a car and fixes it, so it has no problems. So her dad
Oh,
will
yeah.
actually fix it.
It's like how my dad was,
So he'll go to the junkyards and stuff and fix
Bless his
everything.
heart.
And, yeah.
Reminds me of
And then
my
he
dad
turns around and
was.
sells it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's smart.
He's amazing.
flipper.
He's a flipper.
He's a car
See?
flipper.
And he
That was
does.
my dad,
He
yeah.
my car. I've
He
had
does
I've had
amazing work.
12
I was like, holy shit.
I wish I knew about
12
him before.
cars since I've been 16, and they're all from the junkyard.
Yeah.
I've
If you
never
ever
had
find
a
a
car payment.
Volkswagen Beetle, call me.
If this man
For
goes
real.
over to Chicago
I will
for a party,
buy it. I will find
Well,
a
and
way.
he loves to go to Kalamazoo so he can stop at Sweetwater's and get himself a donut.
I love it. Sounds
Oh,
like
I just
a sweet guy.
have to go there to get my donut.
I love it.
Now that
Aw.
he's in Florida, he has a favorite donut place. We've been
That's
riding
great.
his bike to the
Aw.
donut
got a new place.
That's cool. I like that. He sounds
That's
like
cool.
a good guy. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and call it a podcast.
All
Or do
right.
you guys want to go for 9 more minutes?
good.
So thanks
That'd be
everybody
good.
for tuning
Yes,
in and joining us
thank
on Facebook Live today and joining us for the episode. Thanks, Marty, for coming in
Yes.
again and
Hey, you're welcome.
being our threesome.
Our threesome, our tripod of a
trio.
threesome. Trio.
Whatever
There you
you
go,
call it.
trio. That's good.
Cheerio Trio.
I love that. Cheerio.
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 We're gonna say it, Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Pip.
Pip pip. I love that shit. I don't know how old.
See, we need
fucking
to go.
English
We're getting
chick.
crazy. We're getting tired. We're just like not making
And no
sense
alcohol
anymore.
involved,
I
man.
know. I got like straight water.
Hey,
It's like
yeah, me too. I think her too.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
It's the
call
water.
it. Everybody have a great week, and we will
Yes.
be back. We promise we'll be back.
Yes, definitely.
Our last one was like November 19th.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I was weren't doing.
Yes,
good.
I'm
So,
always available,
me
y'all.
too. So, all right, guys, be good.
Okay, so here's what he said about the Malibu. So he sold the Malibu to his
How do we
friend
shut this off
Sue,
is the next
but
thing.
because her car is too
Finish.
the car is larger than the